Welcome back to another episode of Stay on Target. I'm your host, Dustin. Thanks for joining us tonight. We got a fun show planned for you guys. Lots to talk about, lots to get into. We're going to keep it light, airy, fluffy, pillowy, cloudy, something. Let's, you know what? Let's inflict a mortal wound on the rundown, okay? We have a question of the week. The Acolyte episode 5, non-spoiler and spoiler review night. We got game time, and we'll end it with questions from you. Speaking of mortal wounds, our first panelist could inflict a few with just his steely gaze. Here's Matt.
What's up, y'all?
Give him the steely gaze of death. Wow, yeah.
I don't know if that's a steely gaze.
It was more like you're embarrassed of me. I feel like I get that look from you a lot, though.
All the time.
All the time, for sure. It's good to have you back, man.
It's nice to be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have your words for this show stored up since the last time you were here?
Maybe a couple.
Hey, I'll take it. You know what? I'll take it, Matt. All right, and next, definitely, but not last, but least.
Oh, wow.
I meant, strike that, reverse it.
No.
We have the one, the only, the fact checker. What's up, fact checker? How you doing?
I'm surprised that you remembered that I'm here because earlier you're like, hey, Matt, it's just you and I tonight.
Look.
I'm right here, 2 feet away from you.
Look,
Throwing them under the bus already.
I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
Everybody just calm down.
Freaking out right now.
Look,
Well, when you throw shade,
I meant
throw it
at the
back.
table, okay?
Nope.
At the
that's
table.
not what came out of your
You
mouth.
didn't let me clarify. But you
Just
are here.
teasing.
We are here.
I am here, yes. And I'm glad to be here. Glad you guys are here.
Thank
glad
you.
everyone's here.
I'm glad you're here.
Oh, thank
And
you.
I'm glad the chat's here. Who is with us tonight in the chat, fact checker?
We have a good chat. We've got Hannah, our moderator on Target, rocking it.
Yes.
Definitely happy she's here.
Oh, yeah. She's got some good takes. She's been cranking stuff out, too. I've been seeing
Yeah,
lately.
some Big Hero 6.
Yeah,
Might
just really
get your
cool.
thoughts on that because you like it.
I love Big Hero 6.
Yeah, thought so.
I was just thinking about that movie today.
Really?
No reason why, I don't know.
Huh, that's cool. That's
Right,
funny.
You should watch their fan film. Fan edit. I mean, Hannah put out, or Roll the Tape Studios did.
What a coinky dink. Sorry, keep going.
Okay, weird way to say that.
Yeah, sorry. Coincidence.
I
People,
know.
people say it.
that.
They say it,
Coinky dink.
don't
Do
they?
they really still say that?
100%.
Is it just me?
I haven't heard it. In
I've heard it all the
years.
days.
All day. I've heard it all
All
day.
days.
Every said
time.
it all day.
All right, just tell us who's here.
Oh, sure. I'm getting us off target.
Yeah, it's all your fault.
All right. Well, we said Hannah, of course. And then we've got Icy.
What's up, Icy?
Yeah, Mrs. Manrique. And we have Sonia. And Emberise is here. And then, I don't know. Do you want to say the next one?
Oh, shoot. Hang on. I'm running two things here, so
Yep,
give me
yep.
just a sec. I got to switch back over. The next
Shebang.
oh yeah, we got Honey Davis in the house. Hunter Davis is back, man. It's been a while since I've seen him, but he also kicked it off with a super nice super chat. That was super sweet of the guy.
Aw.
And we really appreciate that. I don't think you'd appreciate me saying super sweet that many times.
I think you should say it a few more times.
I think
Just
I
a
should
couple
say
more
super,
times to be
super,
sure.
super.
of your honey.
my honey Naboo. No, he's been cranking it out. He's been working hard. We're glad to see him in the chat. We're glad to see everybody in the chat, though. You guys are all rock stars, in my opinion. Hunter Davis is a legit rock star, though, and
Probably.
more from him in the future. But thank you so much, Hunter. Did he say? I didn't check.
Do you want to?
He said, okay, we got to read it. It's a super
you
chat.
do.
We have to read it. It says, I'd rather watch Nick trim his beard than the Acolyte. Hot takes from Hunter. The one
fair.
thing you can definitely count on with Hunter is he is going to blow your mind one way or another. So, and he's always got those hot takes. And he's
Quite
always cooking
literally.
something hot on the grill. Makes
Hot.
me hungry every time.
We're hot.
Hot.
Is that what they also
Yeah.
say all the time?
That's
That's
what
also
we
what they
say.
always say.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry. Did we miss anybody?
Skylar just jumped in.
What's up, Skylar? Thanks for joining.
Yeah, happy to see you. And anyone else who might be lurking in the background.
Lurking in the shadows.
Yeah.
It's like Pop-Up House.
Oh,
we
yep.
will watch. Oh, what?
Your friends, your family.
I wasn't actually reading. I'm
I
sorry.
have to let you introduce
Yes.
them.
Hello, the Cunningham family. So glad that you guys are here. Hey. I love you guys. You guys are the best. Like the best family that I never had, but do now because they adopted me. I just want to remind everybody of that.
Yeah, okay,
So.
G just jumped in.
What's up, KG?
All right, the crew is coming together.
The crew is coming together. We are all uniting against a tyrannical force.
What?
I'm
is
just
that?
saying.
Tyrannical.
Don't worry about it. We're just keeping it light. We're keeping it
Winky
fluffy
dinks.
here tonight. We're saying weird things. Oh, they said hi to me. Hi, Cunningham. But yeah, I'm actually interested to see people's opinions on this week's episode
Yeah, I'm sure
because
it's going to be a good one to chat
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
They've all been good to chat about, but this one more so.
right, it's interesting. It's definitely getting into some more stuff. We don't want to jump ahead of ourselves because we do have a question of the week. But before we go into question of the week, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your frenemies about us because we'd love to grow this wonderful community together with all of you wonderful people out there so we can all make Star Wars better. I messed that up. With all of us together, we can make Star Wars better. That is our slogan here, and we want to keep going towards that because we want to see Star Wars at its peak. That is our goal, to get Star Wars to its peak through our words, through our actions, through our lightsaber fights, hopefully, and Matt's steely gaze. That's a good one right there, yeah. Ooh, that just
Nailed it.
That melts the ladies, am I right?
Melts the ladies.
Guess so.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to melt them, but
Yeah.
Melt their hearts. How about that?
There was a lot of melting in this week's episode.
Yep. No
I want to give it
spoilers.
no spoilers, but anyway, let's jump into question of the week. All right, question of the week this week, everybody, is from our very own fact checker. I just want to point that out. You did a
Oh,
great
wow.
job, and I want to give you accolades for that.
Oh, great.
Accolades.
Oh, dear. I don't like
man.
where this is going.
Angelina Serini jumped in. What's up?
Yeah. Hey, Angelina.
Thanks for joining us. Question of the week is, what Star Wars treasure would you want? So that could be any kind of treasure, but anything like Star Wars related. So is there like a specific lightsaber you want to buy? It's got to be based in reality, though, not just like make believe, but like
from the show.
yeah, from the shows or
movies.
some sort of memorabilia is
Yeah.
kind of what we were thinking, or decoration or something like that. Even, hey, you might even find something classic that you've been wanted for a long time, or you wanted as a kid. You know, there's some things when you wanted really bad as a kid, but you never got. It's like something like that. If you could find that treasure of Star Wars, what would you want? And tell us why. I want to hear from you. But now that I've sprung this completely upon Matt, do you have an answer for me? I really threw you under the bus there.
yeah.
I'm sorry. But you look great.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Dude, I don't know right off the top of my head yet.
I know it's a tricky one because there's a lot. There's a lot there. There's so much. That's the crazy thing about Star Wars though too, is there's so much cool apparel and there just keeps getting
Right.
more. That's the thing. Like I see new stuff all the time. And I'm like, I would love to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, I still got to make. I want to do like a Star Wars product review videos.
Do it. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking about doing that. Would you guys watch? I want to know from everybody out in the chat too. Would you guys watch like Star Wars like product review type stuff where like I go in depth of like certain items or multiple things in a video and kind of rate them or go off of. I've had a few ideas about it, so we thought about doing that here just to kind of mix it up a little bit, have a little bit of fun, maybe help some people find some cool stuff
Yeah. That would be awesome.
that they probably don't need. But hey,
I mean,
we're
there's stuff surrounding you.
right, exactly.
And yeah, you could talk about it for sure.
But yeah, Matt, have I given you enough time to answer this? If
I've been
not-
thinking this whole time, but I can't.
Okay, what
You
about?
have a comment. Hunter said he'll always click on Dustin videos.
Oh, thank you, oh, man.
He's just sucking up.
I love that guy. No, well, I should be sucking up to him. He gave us a
That's
great
true.
super chat.
That is very true. Good point.
Factual.
It's factual. Why'd you sound like an old? It's so factual. We're very factual here.
Skylark said, I vote yes.
Okay, sweet.
And
Well,
KG said, yep.
yeah. Okay, cool. 'Cause
That'd
I
be
want
awesome.
to start putting out some more videos like that. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Do it, yo.
Do it. All right. Oh, I see Sonia here. She answered the question since we're.
Well, a few people already did.
Oh, they already did. I'm sorry.
Do you want me to read them?
Yeah, go ahead. You're doing great, fact checker.
Well, thank you.
I love you.
Oh, okay. Threw me off.
Okay.
Thank you. I don't know.
Never heard the words in your life.
Not enough.
Hey. Wow. Everybody in the chat, can you
No,
tell
no,
the fact
no,
checker
no.
that you love her?
No.
I think
I'm
she
good.
really needs
I
that
was
tonight.
kidding.
I think we all do in some ways,
Aw.
you know?
we should give the
That was
love
good.
to the viewers.
The viewers,
because
yes.
they're the real heroes.
Yeah, it's like that SpongeBob episode. You gotta, what was it? Where they're trying to sell chocolate, and he's like, you gotta really butter up the customer. And so Patrick walks up, he looks at him, and he's like, I love you.
It's so creepy.
I love you. And he like doesn't break eye contact, and the guy's just like, oh, okay. He's just like freaking. His eyes are getting closer.
Oh, no.
It's hilarious. You got to be there, I guess. All right, what were you gonna say,
Gotta be
Rita?
Okay, a few answers that have come in. Let's see. Hunter said right off the bat, Jedi holocron. Next.
You'd think he'd say Sith.
I am surprised.
Jedi holocron?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they do have those Jedi holocrons. There are even USB ones I think are pretty cool.
Well, no, from the actual movie.
Oh yeah, like an actual prop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that would be
Okay.
sick.
Gets
Oh
it.
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But yes, they are USB ones and stuff.
Yeah, I just find that ironic because it's for storing
Oh, true.
information. But
That's awesome.
But yeah, no, I really like that. That would be so cool. Just almost any prop from
Yeah.
like a real prop from the movie would be awesome for me. What if you could pick one prop from the movie? What props from any of the movies would you take?
Wait, is this a
from
second
Star
question?
Wars?
I am not prepared for that.
I'm sorry.
Seems
No,
like the same question.
it's the same question,
Okay.
but I'm narrowing it down a little bit. No, let's stick with the. I know everybody. Keep going with what they've answered with, and then we'll come back. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, on the dark side of that, Icy said he would want a Sith holocron, probably since I love how it looks, and I think it'd be a cool thing to display. So we
Heck
got
yeah.
both sides.
That would be pretty cool. I would love to have that.
Yeah, and KG said a saber, I guess, maybe some Beskar. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh heck yeah. Oh dude, like an entire suit. I would love.
That's what I was thinking.
Is that
like
what you were
just a
thinking?
Nice.
helmet
All right, I don't want to take it from you. Go,
Ooh,
Matt. Go.
Yeah, go, Matt.
What's wrong one?
Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
I was thinking like a helmet, a Mandalorian helmet, maybe.
I hear you.
Like
Which one
Din's.
would you go with?
Probably Din's, because I like just the shiny silver metal.
Yeah.
Or Beskar. Beskar.
Beskar. Yeah, Beskar steel.
However you pronounce words.
I don't know. There's an interesting alloy in this week's episode that actually is a pretty big positive for me.
Well, don't spoil it.
I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just saying. I was pleasantly surprised by that. Pleasantly surprised,
Yeah.
which has been kind of a interesting thing from this show. So that's to be pleasantly surprised. I was happy with. So I'll say that starting off. But yeah, what else? What else we got? Keep going. I know they've probably already answered.
Yeah, a few more. So Sonia said I would do a Mythosaur necklace. Well, for her brother, so she would give it to him for his birthday coming up.
You know what? She gets a Wookiee cookie for
That
that.
is really
You know,
sweet.
thinking of somebody other than yourself.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
we
sure he
kind
would
of
love it.
we didn't say that, so I mean, but she just
Bonus
gets
points.
bonus points for
Bonus
that.
points,
That was
for
really
sure.
nice.
That or
of her to
she's
say.
disqualified.
Because
Whoa.
technically she didn't answer the question. No,
yeah,
I'm just
Matt likes to be very literal. I forget.
Yeah, that's true. Matt will call you out. But that was nice of her, regardless of being
Yes,
thrown out of the
absolutely.
game. No, I'm just joking. Oh no, I'm totally joking. I'm joking. All right, keep going.
All right, Carla said I would like a lightsaber.
Yes.
Definitely.
Good.
There is some love being shared, which is really sweet. Thank you, guys. Skylark said I would love to have a collection of kyber crystals. So shiny.
Yeah, that would be cool. Mm-hmm. More? You have more?
Oh,
Sorry.
yes. Sorry.
Keep it going.
You were expecting me to say way more, but
Yes,
I just
was.
let you.
And I started reading again. So
Okay.
yeah, Duke, good to see
What's
you.
up, Duke?
Yeah,
Duke.
thanks for
Have we
jumping
had,
in.
Yeah, we had Duke on before. It's new.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, but
good
if
to
you're
have
if you've come back, thank you. We appreciate it. And if you're new here, welcome. We hope you have a great time.
Welcome.
Just don't look too closely into Matt's eyes. You might fall in love. Just joking. We've really turned this at 180.
All right.
I'm sorry, but
He
keep going,
said-
Matt,
well, Duke said, I don't know if it counts as a treasure, but the entirety of the Jedi archives would be cool.
That would be
That would
awesome.
be
Are you
really
kidding?
cool. Yeah, definitely.
Except for
Very
you wouldn't.
large.
Except for you wouldn't have one planet in there. You remember?
Ooh, Pluto?
That's messed up. That's messed up.
Too soon.
Had to do
soon.
it. Sorry.
No. Kaminoa.
What are you trying to say?
That's what I'm trying to say. I had to
Okay.
think of it.
I had
Remember, because Jocasta News or is it Jocasta or is it Yoda that's making fun of Obi-Wan in episode 2 when he's looking for the planet where the clones were being made?
Yep.
Okay. Camino. Sorry,
I'm not
I
sure.
always mess that one up. Thank you,
okay.
KG.
Oh, thank goodness
But-
KG is here.
Yeah. Anyway, they were like making fun of him, like I think it was Yoda, and he was like, Obi-Wan lost the planet. How embarrassing that is.
Oh, that does sound familiar.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. They sound
Jerk.
similar.
I'm just
Oh, no.
No, that was hilarious. Anyway, sorry, keep going.
Oh,
Are there more? Did I throw you under the bus?
probably.
I'm sure there's more.
Yes.
I do kind of have some. And then we're going to swing back to my other question.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Let's see. Hannah said a treasure. I think I would want, I don't know. So, okay. Let's see if she comes up with anything. Let's see. Mrs. Manrique said a library is a treasure. So maybe going back to
Yeah.
the Jedi archives.
No, for sure, that
Good
is.
answer.
The wealth of knowledge there would be crazy awesome.
Yeah. Because Hunter said Sith holocrons can't teach me anything. I already know it all.
Yep.
fair.
He likes
Well,
to think.
technically, he's the Sith apprentice. So if you're apprentice,
Well, he's
you
about
are.
to kill
don't.
Nick.
Well, maybe he has because Nick's not with us.
Oh,
tonight.
yeah.
Oh.
That's probably the
Yeah,
issue.
I know. Unfortunately, Nick is not here with us tonight. He was feeling a bit under the weather. So thoughts and prayers for him
6
would be
feet under.
great. Wow, that
Whoa,
went real
whoa.
dark, Matt.
We just said he was dead.
And I didn't say he was dead.
I'm
I said he was-
sticking with it.
I said he was under the weather, not under the ground.
Yeah, but we were saying that he might be dead because he's not here. And
Well, I mean, we are going to get into a little bit of that later. But yeah, no, he's not here, but he'll be back soon. Don't you worry, your pretty little heads.
Okay, good.
All right, keep going. Did you have more?
Yes, the Cunningham family said I always wanted Ahsoka's lightsaber.
Ooh,
Or
yeah.
lightsabers. Sorry.
Ooh,
plural,
yeah.
plural.
yeah, bad.
Oh, that's another good point that I want to go into later.
Go into it.
Sorry, keep going. Keep going.
Oh, and
Just
Duke
ignore me.
clarified, I've been here since the beginning or close to it. Happy to see the growth of the channel hype.
Awesome.
I just lurk quietly in the background. Haha.
Hey, you know
Aw,
what? We
I
love the
that.
lurkers too, okay?
Yes,
we
we
love
do.
the lurkers. That sounds so weird.
Let's not.
Let's
You
not
just
that.
make it weird.
I'm so good at making things weird. I'm
Yeah.
so
True.
sorry, everybody.
He's a professional.
But Allie Howard just jumped in.
What's up, Allie? How you doing? Thanks for joining us. Man, I'm just glad everybody's here tonight. I've been really wanting to just talk to the chat. I feel like we almost just need like a one-on-one time, but more like one-on with everybody time where we're just like, look, let's just calm down, relax for a bit. We're all Star Wars fans here.
Aw, we should
And
do that. Is
if-
that what this is?
Even if we can't all agree on everything, we can still be a Star Wars family together, okay? It's going to be okay, guys. We're going to make it through. I don't know.
Wouldn't
It
feel-
just
that's
feels
really
like one of
heartfelt.
it just kind of feels like that in the Star Wars universe right now.
You got to take a deep
For
breath.
some reason, it's just like, it reminds me of The Last Jedi all over again.
Does it? But
almost
was the
worse.
internet this crazy back then?
Yeah, it was. It was still bad. I don't know. Come on, guys. Let's just get along.
Okay, I will.
All right, sorry. Keep
You
going.
always look at me after.
I'm sorry. I
saying-
was trying to look at the camera, but
Oh well, it's weird.
it is
perspective
right. It
now.
is right
Yeah.
at you, though. Sorry. Keep going. I'm
No,
sorry.
that was very well said.
It was more
guess.
therapeutic for me.
Okay, glad you got
Thank you,
that off
everybody,
your chest.
for listening to me
He's
tonight.
been fighting that for a while.
It's been great talking to everybody. No,
Oh my goodness.
Peace.
it's like I'm good with that. Wow. You're like, I've said what I need to say. Hello, darling. All right, keep going.
Okay, yeah. Let me. Sorry, I got to scroll back. So we
Scrolling.
got-
What's up, Andrew? Wordna?
Oh,
Word up.
How's it going?
All right, let's not make fun of her.
yeah.
Thank you for saying smash the like. Yeah, if you guys haven't yet, we'd greatly appreciate you guys smashing the like button, destroying it, inflicting a mortal wound upon its thumb.
Wow.
Thumbs up. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I got your drift.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Matt.
yeah,
I
we're
knew
on
you had my
board.
back.
Okay, so actually, this goes along with what you were just saying a minute ago. Hannah said she would like the treasure of friendship. That's my answer.
Ooh, that is really
That
good.
was really cool.
Man, you guys are going like
That's
deep on
fake.
this stuff. I was like, I want a toy gun, and they're like, I just want something for my brother.
I know.
I want some friendship. I'm like, wow, you guys. I'm
Best
like,
community. For
and I
sure.
went straight to thinking about myself. I'm just joking.
Well, the question was
As
directed
do we all.
to
I
was, I know,
us
I know, I'm
individually.
joking.
But well, Hunter said can confirm Nick is alive. I think.
Okay, wait a sec.
Yeah. KG asked, "Where's Daniken?" Did you?
Oh,
mention
yes, I did not. And
Daniken?
so, unfortunately, Dan can't make it tonight either. It is sunny outside, and when it rains, he will be here. Okay.
Pray
does a
for
lot
rain.
outside on Wednesdays right now during the summer.
Yes.
He's a very busy man. He is multi-talented. So is Nick. So is Matt. So is everyone here at Stay on Target and Fact Checker. Everybody here.
Everyone had to be added in there.
Look, I just wanted to make sure we're all feeling good here tonight. You know, everybody needs praise and encouragement. So that's what I'm going with. But yeah, unfortunately, Dan isn't able to make it with us tonight, but he will be back soon. Don't you worry. Lobster Dan will be back, and he'll be Lobster Tan. Don't you worry.
Woo.
All right, yes. But yeah, hopefully you'll be back soon.
Yeah, definitely. And Sonia expanded on her reason, because my reason why I went with the Mythosaur necklace, because I'm very blessed to have my little brother David. He's an amazing brother.
That's awesome.
Again,
It's-
super sweet.
You know, it is really nice to have amazing brothers, you know,
It
especially
is, for
younger
sure.
brothers.
Yeah,
They're just a blessing to have.
all brothers,
Matt?
all family, all friends.
Right.
Right, Fact Checker?
Yes, I will agree. All
Thank you.
brothers.
Okay.
All right.
We should stop with this,
Pained her to
this
say that.
silliness, and we got to get moving on. But do we have anything
Should
else?
I-
Did you answer?
Oh,
Yeah,
no, I
what
didn't.
Dustin.
Actually, you know, okay, I'll go into my answer, which it seems kind of silly. And then we got to do the follow up though, real fast. All right, let's keep going. But my answer, for some reason, the thing that I've always really wanted, I technically have a lightsaber, although I would probably get a huge collection of lightsabers if I had the money. I would totally blow it all on that, which would be awesome, but I don't. So I have one lightsaber. Actually, we have many because we have props as well. Doesn't matter. Just get to the point. The point is, I would really like a thermal detonator, but like a legit feeling like metal thermal detonator with all the lights and the sound to it and everything. Something about
Even
that.
the explosion.
No, not necessarily the explosion. No, yeah. I mean, unless it was like a fake, like blew off by springs or something, so it didn't kill anybody. That would be
That's not
pretty
as
cool.
fun.
Yeah, I know, man. But yeah, that's what I've always wanted for some reason. I've never gotten it, but I've always wanted it because it's just
Nice.
in a conversation I just want to pull out because I've got a thermal detonator and then hit the button. Beep, 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 beep.
Oh wow. Well,
Anyway.
And then you go to
KG's
jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Get up! It's on an airplane. No, it's,
Oh my
no, it's
goodness,
not.
no.
It's not. I'm sorry.
Escalated
That
quick.
was terrible.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
now
Please
you're
forgive
on the
me.
watch list.
Yeah, yeah, probably.
Well, KG says, as long as it doesn't detonate.
Yeah, yep, exactly.
The Cunningham family showed their support and said, that's a good answer, Dustin.
Thank you. They always got my back. That's what I love about them. That's what I love about those guys.
Yep.
That
And
family.
yeah, KG said, Dusty Bunny is on the schmooze tonight.
Oh, well. Yeah, I don't know why. Just a little emotional.
Oh, well, okay. I missed this from earlier.
Do it.
Hunter said,
Do it.
speaking of The Last Jedi, man, they have a great retro action figures. Have you seen those?
I don't know if I've seen those for The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
They have retro action figures for The Last Jedi, or does he mean?
I don't know.
Okay.
I just read what he said. I can't read his mind.
Sure you can.
And he also says,
Why can't you?
Homeland Security. Oh,
Oh,
golly.
wow.
I won't read the
Whoa.
rest of that.
Yeah, don't read that out
I
loud.
will not. I will not. I've already said enough tonight. I'm already on the watch list because I've got a thermal detonator. I need. This is my coffee mug.
There you go.
All right. Anyway. All right. So no, my follow-up question though, which maybe I should
Can
save
I
this.
answer the
Oh yeah,
question?
yeah.
I thought you already
knew it.
did.
I thought you
I
did
knew-
too. I'm sorry.
No.
Get your.
I'm really glad you're
poop
here,
and
so
Fact
poop
Checker.
quickly.
All right. Yeah. Answer.
forgotten.
You have 5 seconds.
2
No, I'm just
seconds.
joking.
Okay.
I'm joking.
Wow.
3, 2, 1.
The Millennium Falcon.
That's all of it. Like I mean,
How cool of
Only
a
a
playground
quarter
would
of
that
it.
be?
you mean like the full size prop?
Yeah.
That is
That's
a
what I
great
mean.
answer.
I know.
You know what? We don't always give props when props are due, especially the fact checker.
Yeah,
But
you rarely do.
that was a great answer. Let's see some claps.
Phenomenal.
Let's see some claps in the chat.
Round of applause.
I would be awesome to make that like a
Thank you.
cabin or something, like your
Yeah.
secondary home where you go
Definitely.
to and you take the family. They're like, where are you going this weekend? We're going to the Millennium Falcon.
I know.
That would be
Boom.
awesome that you could
So
stay.
fun.
Or like somebody, I wonder if anybody's ever done like a VRBO out there, like a Millennium Falcon.
Probably.
That would be awesome. They're all clapping for you.
I know.
Well, Skylark is.
They
And Duke.
all are.
Thank you, Duke.
I'm
The lurker.
trans-
We love the
Robo.
lurker, Duke.
I'm translating some of the emojis into claps.
Wait, what were the other ones?
Don't worry about it.
I see Hunter Davis. Rolling his eyes.
Rolling his eyes.
He's sad that he didn't come up with the idea himself.
Oh,
I'm sure.
that's
what
why.
it is.
That's what you do when you roll your eyes. That means you're sad.
Yep.
Man, a lot of people were sad at me. Then.
I have spoken.
That would be so cool, though. Like if you could
Wouldn't
pretend
it?
like you're flying the ship, like it's got everything decked out, like as much.
Yeah, I think eventually you could make it fly with technology advancements.
now
But for
you're
now,
getting a
just
little
having
Calm down.
Yeah,
now just having it in
Chillax.
the backyard, it would be super fun.
yeah, I agree. I completely agree. That would be so fun. I would love to stay there. If there's a VRBO out there that is a Millennium Falcon,
Yeah.
you might want some modern conveniences in it though, too. Like,
Well, it's super
Like a
modern,
bathroom.
isn't it?
well,
just don't
no,
show
it's a
it.
long time ago in a galaxy far,
Oh,
far away.
okay.
So
It says it right in every single start of every
All
movie.
right, it's been a long day.
it has been a long day.
There's no
All right, we've been on this
excuse.
question for a long time. I'm going to
Yes.
save that secondary question for maybe another.
Are you sure? You really wanted to talk about it.
I did.
Go into it. Might as well.
Oh, golly gee willikers.
Do it fast.
All right.
Do you want me to
Willikers.
set a timer?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so no, this follow-up question, I need everybody in the chat to answer this, is if you could pick one prop, just one singular prop from any Star Wars movie, what would it be and why? Okay? I think that's a good follow-up question. I feel like it goes quite well with this, okay? And I don't know. It's even tough for me when I start thinking about it. I might go with the original thermal detonator. You know, I'm already on the
Same
thermal
answer.
detonator train. I might as well go with that. Or Han's
Choo-choo.
Blaster. Something about Han's Blaster would be pretty cool. But there's a bunch of them, technically. That's an interesting story, even about the blasters. They made multiple different ones. In the movie, they're not all identical, at least in the original.
Right.
So, and they
Didn't know
also,
that.
the cool thing about like lightsabers too is they had what they called hero props, which I believe, if I'm right, the hero props were more of the ones that looked like had all the buttons and all the stuff
Right.
on it. But then they had like the actual fighting props that streamlined it, so it got rid of a lot of the bulkiness, so they could fight easier with it. Which in some ways, it kind of, I'm like, well, if a lightsaber was uncomfortable to wield with
What's
all
the
that
point
stuff,
of
then
it?
what's the point of all that stuff? But anyway, blah 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 blah
That's a
But-
bunch of a bonky donk.
blah. Wonk-a-donk. What about you, Matt? You got something? I love those sounds. I'm not sure what just happened.
Probably like the top half of Darth Maul.
Okay, that was the weirdest thing you said tonight. But why the top half of Darth Maul?
That was a joke.
I was really hoping you were
I was
going to
gonna
explain
mount,
because I was
mount
starting.
him on my wall.
Oh, oh, wow!
Whoa,
wow,
as a
like
trophy.
like you're Obi-Wan Kenobi, and
Yeah.
you killed him, and you're like, "Yep, I killed that guy. He fought back pretty hard, killed my master." Spoilers. All right, what's
Except for
your?
I guess it wouldn't have stayed there forever.
Because he was still alive.
Yeah. At some point, it
This
would have
has really
disappeared.
gotten off the rails. All right, what's your real answer? Would it be taxidermy?
Oh my goodness.
If someone does it out there, let me know.
No, that's
Oh,
actually
okay.
that's actually illegal.
To taxidermy a human,
Yeah.
I figured.
Thank goodness.
Because I mean, people
Random
have,
fact.
people have wanted to do that, like tried to
Oh.
Some
write in their
weirdos.
wills to be taxidermied,
Oh,
but they don't
gosh.
allow it.
That's
I've looked
Okay.
into it.
oh,
Apparently.
now
But frozen in carbonite, totally acceptable.
it's fair.
All right, sorry. What's your answer?
I don't
Before I
know.
interrupt you again,
Let's go with.
Chewbacca's bowcaster.
Sounds pretty cool. Maybe like a
Yep.
like
Sorry.
a
I mean, to throw you off there.
Tusken Raider rifle or something
Oh, yeah, the rifle,
Yeah.
or the gaffy stick.
or whatever.
What about Mandalorian's rifle?
Yeah,
I'm swaying you. I'm sorry. You pick. You go with what you want. Yeah.
just any rifle, honestly.
You like rifles. Matt's a gun guy. I don't know if you know this, but Matt's a killer.
Now they do. Whoa,
I'm
not
just
that
joking.
part.
No, he's not. He's a bounty hunter. Remember, that's
That
why he
is
wanted the
very
Beskar
true.
armor and a rifle. He's basically, he's a Mandalorian.
Why he's often missing
He's often missing.
in action.
Well,
Am I?
so are other people. Just- right? You always
Sometimes.
get your bounty? All right, what about you, fact checker? I don't want to miss you this time.
Oh, thanks. I actually didn't even hear the question. I'm sorry.
You.
doesn't care.
So yeah, see, this is
Anyway,
what
moving
happens.
on.
This is what happens.
I'm sorry.
No, so the question was if you could pick any prop from any of the Star Wars movies,
Okay.
what prop would it be
Okay.
and why?
Actual prop.
And you have 5
Did
seconds.
you hear
to
it
answer.
this time?
Oh, man, yes.
Did you
Yeah.
Do I need to repeat it?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yes, God bless
it.
guns, Hunter. Mm-hmm. Especially Star Wars guns.
Oh, I'm not sure who said it earlier, but I would agree. A speeder bike. Is that a prop? Is that good enough?
Yeah,
Terrible.
I mean,
Hate it.
You like a speeder bike? Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be cool. Like, where would you put that? Would you put it in your house, in your garage?
It'd be my daily vehicle.
It'd be-
It would.
like,
yeah.
oh, you mean like an actual working one? Because
well, do they work?
not
Not props.
not in real life.
Well,
it's
somehow,
just a prop. but
somehow they make a move for the movies.
that's true.
Movie magic.
Would it? Oh no, would it be a Vespa one?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm thinking
the
on Endor.
Original.
Yes,
Yes. That one is actually really cool.
Yeah. That's why I would like it.
Yeah.
Next
Even
to my
the
Millennium
sounds.
Falcon.
You know how many people you'd wake up in the neighborhood if you drove that around? Whoop whoop!
Yeah.
Those things are so loud.
Right.
It's crazy.
It'd be
Not very
really cool.
stealthy.
So
But you have a
loud.
helmet.
That's one of my favorite helmets, though, is actually the Scout Trooper
Those are
helmets.
really cool.
They're super cool. Anyway,
Pretty
we're
sick
We're getting off
nasty
again.
if
We got to
you
get into
Yeah,
things.
you got to get on target.
We got to get on target,
Chat
people.
is ready to talk.
Are you guys ready to talk? Let me know. I want to see talk. Is there talking emojis?
Yeah, I feel like there is
we
actually.
Landed
we
on
did
time.
great. Wow, good
I
job,
believe
everybody.
Claps for ourselves.
What, Matt?
I said I do believe there are. It's like a little person
Oh.
thing with little lines going out their mouth like they're talking or yelling.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I forgot what question.
Never
I asked.
used it in my life.
Answer.
But
Oh, right. You don't do emojis, do you?
thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up are good. All right. We don't need to keep going into these things. Let's get into the episode. All right.
This one here.
Thank you for answering that, everybody in the chat. And if we missed you or something
it
like
is.
that, let us know. We would love to hear from you and your answers to the question of the week. Cool. Let's jump into...
Beautiful.
Thank you. That was not very good, but
Yeah, there's no auto tune.
there was not. Dan's not here. There's no auto-tune. All right, we're going to jump right into Star Wars The Acolyte, Episode 5, Night. Non-spoiler. We're going to do a non-spoiler review right now, which is hilarious that they called it night because I said last week, I was like, I know since they're calling it day, it's going to be called night.
I did call it.
They're very creative with their names.
Allie Howard, 3, 2, 1, they all survive. Hey, we're not spoilers yet, Allie. You're jumping the gun, but I love
give
it.
us 5 minutes, then we'll be there. Are we going to do this in 5 minutes, or I need to restart the timer?
I think we can do it
Hunter
in
Davis
5
just said
minutes.
lurker zone. I love it. Gosh dang it, you guys are funny.
Yes, they are.
I love you.
But
All
they
right.
are ready to talk. So let's
All right,
go.
actually, we usually start off with some pros and cons. You like that smoothness? Right into it. All right,
Smooth.
so, Matt, hit me with your pros. Go on, hit me with your pros.
your passion.
Okay.
Pros.
Pros, you got some pros. I got some pros.
Let me. Do
you wanna percolate?
rewind, Let me remember.
Oh, you're rewinding?
Percolate.
That's a real word.
I don't know what it
It
means.
is a real word.
Yeah.
I believe it's a real word. I just don't know what it means.
Add it to your dictionary.
I
yeah.
can't if I don't know what it means. no one's telling
You're
me.
pondering it.
Yeah, you're just like thinking
yes.
about
I need to
percolating.
do that.
Means like you're
I need to
dwelling
percolate
upon it.
the last episode.
All right, I got a pro if you want me to.
shoot that pro out towards the show.
Yeah, so pro for me is I liked some of the creative choices in materials and specific props. I don't want to give anything away.
Yeah. What do you mean? Materials like the cloth?
No.
Whoa, giving away much?
No, look, I don't want to spoil it.
Oh, okay.
But they used
Weird
it. They used it.
description.
Okay, they used it in combat, and I liked how they utilized it. And it's actually Legends material that they brought.
Oh, I see what you're
in
saying.
more canon.
Got it,
Which
got
I
it,
really did actually like that quite a bit. I thought that was cool and a nice
Mm-hmm.
addition, and it actually made sense to me. It was probably one of the first things that made sense to me in this show. No, I'm just joking.
not
Okay,
sure
sorry, that was a little negative.
what
I'm sorry,
you're
but
going
yeah, we'll talk about it in spoilers for sure.
Nice.
That was good. I will say another pro is some of the fights were good. I'd say the choreography
yeah.
was pretty good. There are definitely still some moments where I was like, ooh, you can
dead.
nitpick it, but otherwise it was fun to watch. At least we were getting into some action. Like
Lots
at
of
least we were
action.
getting into lots. I was fine with that. I was like, yeah. If it's all action, I mean, that's what got me into Star Wars a lot more in the past too, was the fact that we entered a lightsaber choreography competition. And I love lightsaber choreography and just lightsaber fights. It wasn't even a story or a plot. It was just a fight. And that's all it has to be sometimes. Two guys show up or multiple people show up and ladies, whatever it is, and you fight. And it looks, as long as it looks cool and makes sense, I'm down for it. Especially anything looks cooler with lightsabers too. So
It does.
He's got it.
but anyway, so that's another pro.
Yeah, I agree with action.
You are action,
There's
Matt.
actually action. I feel like
Right.
the first 4 episodes, you didn't get much of that. I mean, there's a little bit of fighting, but
In the beginning.
not any, like, I don't know, not like that though.
Right.
It was a good quarter to half, I would say.
Right. I mean, this.
show.
It was 21 minutes. I heard.
Oh,
of
like
fighting.
fighting.
And the
Yeah.
show was episode 35
Something like that.
before the you take away
Yeah, but
credits
it was
and
Yeah.
stuff.
it was only like 20 something. It was one of the shortest
So-
episodes.
No, it was still about 30 minutes, wasn't it?
No, whenever it
Oh.
got to credits, it was before 30 minutes.
Oh.
I'm going by.
I'm gonna
yeah.
fact check that.
You can fact
but-
check it. That's
Check
fine.
those facts.
Check those facts. That's what you
your
do. You
job.
fact check it. Fact check
Oh,
it.
you might be right.
Hullabaloo.
It was 28 and a half.
28 and a half.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Yeah, so
That's what I thought. I thought I
You
saw
were close,
28.
Yeah.
All right,
three
cool.
quarters of it was
Yeah, was action.
fighting.
Math.
Action.
Well, all right, action.
Action.
Okay, action can also be defined kind of as running
Running.
because there was a lot of running in this episode.
There was that.
But
But we're in pros.
we're in pros. We're in pros. We're stay in pros, people.
So
all right?
along those lines of
Yeah.
the action and stuff, they showed us a show, because they didn't just tell us stuff this time.
well, they still kind of did,
and
but
I know, but
Sorry.
overall, they were showing us stuff, and that was really cool. They were showing us a story, not just telling us a story in weird ways. So
Right,
that was
right.
a pro for me.
no, I hear what you're saying though for sure.
I hear
Yeah.
you, dog.
I hear you, dog. Yeah, dog. You got any more pros, Matt? So, you want me to jump?
Yeah.
You got something, or you want me to jump?
No, not at the moment.
Okay, I was gonna say one of the Daphne Keene's character in this. I thought she actually did pretty good with the choreography.
A lot of them did really good.
I mean, a lot of them did
But
pretty
yeah,
good.
she was great.
I do still have some critiques,
Who?
which we will
Sure.
go into, but
She was Jackie,
Jackie.
the shorter one.
she was X-23.
The
orange
Padawan.
one?
She was X-23 in the Wolverine. Or Logan. I'm sorry, Logan.
I haven't seen that yet, actually.
Oh, that's a good one, dude. And I think that's where she gets a lot of this. And she did so well because even at a young age, she was doing fight choreography.
Yeah, that's true.
So that kind of really
It was very smooth.
went into it. Yeah, and I really appreciated that. Now, we'll go into more.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
sorry.
There's also decisions made that were surprising from the.
Sorry, keep going.
Oh gosh, that's scary.
Twinkle toes.
Time's up.
From the producers or whatever in the story, they took actions that I didn't see coming
Really?
for some of the characters.
Okay. Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't really.
Okay,
But we'll
makes
talk about it. in spoilers.
Not catching your drift here.
No, that's fine.
All right. Any more pros? I think there are some more pros, but
Yeah, I think.
but we'll try and touch upon everything in the spoiler review. But let's do some
Facts.
cons, some non-spoiler cons. All right, Matt, you probably got some of these. You got a con, homie?
Oh, you got.
I got cons for sure.
He's got cons.
Critiques.
Critiques.
Critiques?
I don't know.
I'll say the first con for me in this was how predictable one of the reveals were or was or whatever. Words are hard. That was very underwhelming. I'll just say that. As far as a story point goes, I was very underwhelmed by that. Although I do think there might be something more
There's
if
got to be.
I don't know. But the problem though is like almost every time with Disney Star Wars, whenever I try to think of like, oh man,
I
maybe they're gonna
know.
think outside the box and do something more interesting, it's hardly ever that. That's the problem. But that was one of the biggest things. Also, again, a con for me is I felt like they cheaped out on some of it. I know there was a lot of fighting in this and a lot of action, but we missed a lot too.
Some of it.
Well, maybe not a lot, but we missed some of it.
Yeah, for the reveal, did you like how it was revealed? Whether or not you liked
It was a little
whatever. Like the actual visuals of it, not necessarily the reveal itself. Like how it came to be.
It was okay.
What you getting at here?
It was okay. I wasn't blown away.
Really? Okay.
If
I
I
liked
think
that
what
build
you're
up
talking
to
about-
it.
If
Camera
you're-
angles and stuff.
If you're talking about what I
Okay.
think you're talking about.
Non-spoilers. It's difficult.
I don't know where we're at here. I don't know if we're on the same page. But I didn't love it.
Okay. Understandable.
Did you have any other comments?
I feel like there was at least one little woke part that I noticed. I don't know if you noticed any. There was one little thing I noticed
I might have missed it.
that wasn't bad.
Did you
it was
notice
very
it?
what?
Did you notice it?
Oh,
Is
is
that what you
that?
mean?
It was something said, not.
Oh yeah, I think
Not a
I know what
thing.
you're talking about. And I was
Okay.
like, what? It was more confusing than it was anything. If I'm understanding what you're, we're not supposed.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
It's so difficult. I don't know.
I know.
Other than
All
that,
right,
I
well
don't
that's a
think
con.
they-
That's still a con.
I don't think they really got into as much. I think
Right.
it was a lot better. Mm-hmm. I think it was. I only know someone, and it was very tiny,
Okay.
but I noticed it.
But you noticed it.
If that's
Yeah,
what they were
makes
going
sense.
for,
Yeah.
which I'm guessing that probably was what they
Yeah,
were going for, knowing.
Disney Star Wars, yeah. But yeah, so that's definitely a con. We don't like that kind of stuff. If it takes you out of the story, that's when I have a problem with that. If it takes you out of the story, then they've messed up. You should be enraptured in the story and what they're telling and being focused on that and not anything else. So yeah, definitely. There's a lot of conveniences for certain situations in this. I will say a pro though. I should have said this before. Was they didn't pull their punches. I'll say that.
Right.
I mean, to a certain extent, they went hard.
Well, that's
And-
what I was talking about, but you guys couldn't follow it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
In
didn't
the
know.
non-
maybe you should have
spoiler
worded
way.
it better.
I'm sorry. I couldn't
just
understand.
kidding.
I didn't
I'm
understand you.
just
But yeah, that I
Yeah.
actually did appreciate that to a certain extent. But then with
Yeah, it makes it more interesting.
yeah,
And,
I mean,
and actually shows, I shouldn't say it that way. It shows a bit more depth to the story now.
yeah, I guess
in a way.
In a way.
In a
Well, and for the fact that a lot of people have been saying what, certain things about it and how it could possibly break canon, which they're right on a razor's edge with this. I know we haven't seen till the end of this show.
Oh, I was thinking about something else. Sorry.
But there is a moment in this where it could potentially be very bad for canon. They could break canon, and I do not like that. If it happens, we still have to wait till the end.
Yep.
But they are right on the edge, and they like to push things in this, and it's definitely getting a lot of people irritated, and even me a little bit because I like canon, keeping things consistent. That's the problem. But yeah, so that's kind of a con for me. That potential canon breaking moment.
Yeah. Some of the story flip flopping is still a bit much.
It's jarring.
Yeah, and I don't know.
And they're just not telling you everything to just not tell you because they want to save it to the end. And
Yeah,
in some
which is
ways,
understandable.
It's understandable, but it's getting a little old at this point. I know that's almost like the reason of the hook they're using to keep you
Yeah.
engaged.
Yeah.
That's like really the only reason. In some ways, some people are still watching
Yeah.
just to know what happened. It better be satisfying though, because if it's not, that's going to be bad.
I read
that's-
something today that I think it gives me a little bit more hope that it should be satisfying. This season should end satisfying.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Yep.
Still doesn't make up for a lot of it.
No, it doesn't.
But
still.
But still, yeah, if they can pull it back. We usually try to save as much as we can towards the end. But we also need to call what's there. We can't just always be positive about everything. And I'll say this too, don't always be blinded by the newest, shiniest Star Wars. It's so easy to just be like, oh, it's new and it's cool and it's awesome. And certain elements are. But I think, honestly, once this is all said and done, I think we're going to look back on it and be like, I think a lot of opinions are going to change whenever they look back upon it and they really look at it from more of a critical view, or if people even watch it again, depending on how it ends.
Yeah.
So any more cons? We got to rate it and move on, but any more cons?
Mostly the cons I can think of are just story based. Some of the story.
It was a little weak for me story wise. There was also a very silly moment with a certain situation where they started. Well, I don't want to give it away, but it was a silly moment with the Darksider in this, I'll say, and how they kind of worked out something against the Darksider. I was like, that is pretty cheesy.
Okay. Okay. Yes, I think I know what you're talking about.
And
yeah.
I will say, I don't want to.
Thumbnail.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't. Well, maybe, but I don't want to ruin it either. I'm not spoiling it, but I'll say I like the choreography, but I don't like the use of wires. They've been doing a lot of wire work.
Really? I
in
only
this.
saw it, I thought, in like one moment
So
specifically.
I just
two.
so they've never really
Keep
done.
adding.
They've never really done a ton of wire work in Star Wars. They usually keep it
Really?
fairly grounded as far as the fights go.
Oh, okay.
And the reason I don't like that is because it makes them seem like they're more superhero or super like augmented instead of based more in reality. Because if you look like the prequels and the originals, the fights are more raw, but they're also mostly based in reality as far as physics and stuff like that. So I'll say that's kind of a big con for me. It kind of takes me out. It makes me feel like we're watching a different franchise, and that's part of it for me that I'm having a difficult time with. You know, like basically somebody getting kicked through a wall. Like that's never happened in Star Wars in the past.
Whoops.
Somebody getting kicked straight through a wall with or getting like kicked like 20 feet away.
Right.
That doesn't happen, and for me that takes me out because then it makes me think of like, okay, we're watching like Chinese like kung fu movies, which is fine.
I don't know because other non-Star Wars action movies, they're always ramping up the fight scenes and expanding how far people get blasted back and whatnot. So to me, that feels kind of normal to other stuff
But
I
it's
see out there.
non-Star Wars.
Well,
know,
so
but
my
it's just a
specific
fight
point
scene.
though is whenever they're basically augmenting body parts to like. I know it could happen, I guess, if you're able to specifically use the Force in that way.
Yeah.
But usually in the past, and that's why I don't like canon-wise, it just starts to make like, well, if they could use that 80 years ago, then why didn't they use it in the future? That's the kind of stuff I don't like. And
Well,
if you're not going
'cause-
to keep consistent with that,
Well, it's because they can't because they're.
Well, they can.
Well, but you can't just hold to the action being done in a movie 50 years ago.
no, I'm not even
The
saying,
action style.
I'm not even saying 50 years ago. No, I'm saying like prequels.
Okay, well, even that.
I'd say the prequels.
But for like entertainment value, you've got to kind of adapt it a little bit for today's audience.
No, I think what you need to make it more believable, and you need to hire some really good choreographers that know how to make a compelling fight without the crutch of wire work,
Sure.
darkly lit, just glowing lightsabers everywhere where you can't even see all the action that's going on. I think that's what I'm getting at mostly.
Okay,
It's probably a lot of people don't notice it as much, but for me, it actually kind of takes me out of Star Wars, and it makes me think of other type films, which is okay because I know Star Wars does pull on a lot of it, but for me, I just makes me think, okay, well, if they could do this way back then why aren't they doing it now? There's no explanation for things either. That's the other thing. Not that I need everything explained, but it's like,
You get that in like the behind the scenes, or what do they sometimes come out with?
yeah, sometimes they do behind the scenes stuff, but it should be addressed in canon, you know. There needs to be limitations to things. If you don't have a clearly defined set of rules, then things can be blown out of proportion, and then it's the suspension of disbelief. That's the other thing.
Okay.
People can only go so far with the suspension of disbelief before it's just, all right, well, we're just watching a cartoon, or we're just watching something that's definitely not based in
Sure.
any reality.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
harder to relate to it, and that takes people out. And that's what I'm saying in these fights. As much as I appreciate, at least we're getting some decent fights, that some of the choices they're making is just taking me out because it's not set with rules and boundaries and guidelines. So anyway,
Yeah.
I don't mean to talk about that forever. We can move on. But any other cons or anything else you guys want to talk about in the non-spoilers before we get to the spoilers?
We
Is
got to
anybody
rate
in,
it.
anybody in the
Oh,
chat's
yeah.
saying anything specifically non-spoilery about?
Oh, it's
It's a lot. I know.
a lot of good feedback.
Yeah, and again, if you
probably
guys
better.
if you guys like, we're pulling our cons, our pros. If you guys liked it, we're super glad that you guys enjoyed it, and we definitely like aspects of it for sure. So and the nice thing about this channel is we always want to be where everybody can talk about Star Wars here. Okay, so we will respect your opinions when it comes to Star Wars because everybody sees Star Wars differently. So it's fun to chat here. But we're going to give our honest takes, too, and we have to be real to ourselves, just like you guys need to be real to yourselves and call it how you see it, because that's what defines us as human beings. All right.
Are we doing the poll out of 5 or out of 10?
I think we've been doing out of 10, haven't we?
We did, but I know it confused Nick last week, and I don't know, it just felt like we should stick with 5.
Hey, dork.
Whoa, shots fired.
I didn't say it.
He doesn't watch this.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We can talk all we want about it.
He jumps in. What? I heard you. No, that'd be funny. All right. Yeah. So yeah, let's jump into rating it then. Matt, what are you gonna rate this? Wait, are we going out
What
of
did we
5 or
settle
10?
on?
I think
here.
let's do 5 because I'm already typing it.
Okay, we're doing it out of
I
5.
hate 5.
We can do
Wow.
10.
No, it's too late, apparently.
He's sticking to it.
It's been better than the other episodes, I feel like.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I rated other episodes. I think I went as low as 1.
Yeah,
Maybe
you did.
even 0.
We went 0 on that. Actually, Nick
was
just did a
2 weeks
noise
ago.
for
Oh,
episode
that's
3.
right. Yep. So episode 3, that was a definite 0 out of me. If we're going out of 5, and we went out of 10 that week too.
We did. So she's really throwing a curveball.
We can
at
do
us.
out of 10. Oh my goodness.
No, it's clearly too late. You got the poll up and
Wow.
Look,
everything.
he's a stickler
guys-
for the rules and consistency.
That's
That's what I was
true.
just talking about.
Well, we used to do
Go.
out of 5 for every other show.
Well, that was
So-
just for Bad Batch, I thought.
I
'cause
know,
there
but then we
was-
got used to it because there's a lot of shows.
It's too late. We're going with 5.
Anywho,
Apparently, while giving me grief.
I think I go with
Just double it in your head, and it's out of 10.
Trace.
3.
Nice. In Spanish.
You like?
Maybe 2.75.
So would you classify that as like ACO mid? Like,
Acco?
we got all right. Our ratings scale for the show a lot of times has been
right.
ACO lame,
Oh,
ACO mid,
I gotcha.
and ACO. I don't know
yeah.
what the other one was. ACO great, ACO
Awesome.
ACO lit.
Echo lit. Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I gotta remember my own thing.
Yeah, you do.
All right. So you would say 3, 2.75. Which one are you going with?
We'll go 3.
All right, he's going 3.
Nice.
ACO mid.
Nice.
You guys say ACO mid.
Acco mid.
Thank you. I just wanted to hear you say it. All right. What about you, fact checker?
I'm a 3 as well. I liked it better than all of the other episodes, maybe combined.
I forgot. I thought we were in 10 again, and I was like, "Wow, that's low for you."
That's
So
crazy.
But-
It's 6 out of 10, if that helps for
Yeah.
you tenors.
Yeah. Like singing a quartet.
Yeah, exactly.
You tenors.
But 3 out of 5 is my rating because it was definitely a good episode overall.
Yeah. No, I understand that for sure. So I think initially when I saw it, I was definitely I was in the middle because even watching it, there was moments where I was like, what? But then I was like, oh, that was cool. Oh, so it's not the worst. It's not the best. I'm still kind of sticking with it. But the more I thought about it, there was still a lot of things about it that I just didn't end up enjoying as much. So the cons still outweighed the pros for me. Even in this, I kind of hate to say it because it is the best. Personally, it's the best episode that we've got from this
Sad
show
to
so
say.
far. And maybe there's great ones, but for me, I'm going to go with like a 2.5 out of 5. There's just a lot that took me out still, as much as I enjoyed a lot of it. And I will still get into those pros, and we'll talk about cons. But all right, what's the chat saying? What's their ratings?
Yeah, so let's see. We've got some 4s right off the bat. Out of 5. 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. Okay, cool. People are
clarify.
liking this episode.
Yeah.
Understandably so.
Yep. Let's see. Icy gave it a 5 out of 5.
All right,
But
cool.
then out of 10 said maybe a 9. So
Okay.
So I guess maybe 4.5.
That's the nice thing about 10 is you have a little bit more tolerance for some nuance.
I asked the chat which they would prefer. So please, or Gonkers, please let us know what you would prefer for next week, and we will absolutely do that because I don't want the guys giving me grief.
All right. We like
So much grief.
so much grief. We like giving
Grief is everywhere.
So
Grief Karga.
Ooh,
Oh, he's gone too soon. I miss him already.
for sure. So let's see. Duke said, I generally can't tell if I like it or dislike it. I feel like I can only get a grasp once it's done. Okay, so he's just
like the
nodding
show-
to it all. He's along for the ride.
The show as a whole, yeah, it's hard to judge it all completely, and that's even what I said about like Ahsoka back in the day. It was like, I really did not like that show. The best part of that show was the Anakin and the Clone Wars stuff. But I tried to give it a chance till the end, and it just got worse. But anyway, sorry.
I thought this was a good story.
Uplifting? No, it was not. I am sorry.
I didn't hear what show you were talking about.
It was also Thrawn. The way they handled
Ahsoka.
Thrawn really annoyed me,
Oh, yeah.
and Ezra.
booty.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, once we get to the end of the series, we can
Yeah,
review
but
the whole
then
thing
we can judge it more on its
objectively.
complete merits.
Yes. Yeah,
Makes sense.
for sure. But for now, all we have is 5 episodes, and we're rating number 5. So,
Thank you.
KG
Wasn't sure.
Clarification.
Thought we were doing number
had to
7.
recap. KG said 8.75. She really liked it, which is awesome.
Nice.
Acco good to Acco lit for her. Nice.
Wow. Oh yeah, I said
Okay.
Acco.
Get lit.
Acco mid to Acco lame for me, but more Acco mid. Acco mid.
Okay.
Sorry, keep going.
Nice. Let's see. Any others? Okay. Well, they're confirming they like out of 10. So next week we will probably do out of 10.
All right. Hey,
Dang
And the
straight.
poll,
They know what's up.
I know what's up. I gotta keep it real here.
I'll leave the poll running, but right now 5 is winning.
5. Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is awesome.
You know
People enjoyed the episode, and that's all you can hope for with new Star Wars content. You want it to be good,
Yeah, for sure. We want it to be
just
good.
depending on your opinion.
Well, the funny thing is, everybody likes a good lightsaber fight.
Yes,
I mean,
for
That's
sure.
what did it.
I mean, that's the thing. The show could be the worst show, but if you put in a good like lightsaber fight, people will watch that over and over again. And there was definitely moments in that where I was like, okay, cool, they went there.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm good with that.
I heard another interesting fact that, and I think, what was it? The episode or movie 3, the battle or the fight scene was like 11 minutes between Obi-Wan
Oh,
and
right.
Anakin.
Yeah.
And they thought that was long back in the day. And then hearing that this episode was 21 minutes of fighting, it's like, that's pretty good.
I don't think it was fully 20 minutes of
Actually
fighting.
fighting.
Yeah.
well, but there's
Maybe.
oh, well, I can't go. We're
12
still
to
non
15.
spoilers.
Yeah,
We need to go to
let's
spoilers.
jump into spoilers
Yep.
here. But all right, cool. Well, thank you everybody for rating it, letting us know what you guys thought about it, and we're going to talk way more about it now because we're getting into the juicy material, which is the spoiler section of the
Should
show.
Allie Howard get ready
Allie Howard, get ready. Why?
To rumble.
Did I miss something?
for the countdown?
Oh yeah. Thank you. I love a good callback, but I totally missed that one.
Yeah, sorry,
Thank you
I
for the
wasn't
reminder.
clear enough.
Get ready, Allie. We're going there. All right. Well, if you haven't seen the Acolyte episode 5 Night, you better close your eyes and go to sleep because we're about to spoil it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Everybody dies.
Everybody dies, and that is not an exaggeration in
No.
a lot of
No.
ways.
It's great.
Really?
Don't we need to reverse it when that happens? Everybody survives.
See, I was thinking that, but I was just
Yeah.
like, I couldn't go away from canon.
You know, well, Allie did it. You
Allie,
know what?
Allie
So
had
we're covered.
It, was so ready.
We're covered.
Thank goodness.
We're a good team here. That's what I love about the
Absolutely.
chat and us. We're all a good team.
For sure.
Just all of us. We're all just living it.
Wow.
All right.
Schmooze.
I don't know.
Schmooze on target.
All right. Well, we definitely got some points to cover. I think some of the main. Let's hit some main points of this. Let's jump right into. Actually, no. I'll give a quick rundown. Let me give you a quick.
Run it down. Refresh my brain.
Yep. So
Please.
it starts off. It starts off with a long opening of her just waking up.
Picking up where she got
Right.
blasted away last
yeah.
episode.
Picks up. She got blown a little ways away, and she's waking up slowly. You're hearing lightsaber fights in the background. And that felt like it took forever, though. I was actually irritated a little bit in the beginning because I was like, just get to the fight.
It took a solid
I know. I was like,
45
I know
seconds to
you're
get to
trying to
that.
establish like a cool scene, but I'm like, I just want to see people fighting and dying. That sounds horrible. But I understood why they did it. They had like the crazy blast there and stuff, and you could kind of see fighting in the background. And then all of a sudden, boom, you're into the action. You get the Sith Smilo Ren or Darth Denture or Darth
I
Smiley.
didn't like that.
You didn't
His
like
mask.
You didn't like the mask.
Looked too. What's that one game?
Game?
Yeah. Cyberpunk. It looked too like that. Like those. What are they called? I don't know. I guess Cyberpunks. I don't know. But it just looked.
Yeah,
did not
Cyberpunk
look
like
right.
2077 or something,
Yeah,
or 24 or
something
something. I
in
forget
that.
what it is.
77, I think.
20, yeah, something 77.
But like that, I feel like. I guess I never actually played the game, but that's how I picture it.
It kind of took you out of it.
I didn't like that.
You don't like his helmet.
No.
I didn't love the teeth on the helmet.
That's what it
I
was.
think that
Because I kept looking and I was like, are those teeth?
because otherwise it was just kind of menacing. But then the
Yeah.
teeth kind of, you're like, it's almost like It's like the nipples on Batman, like the Batman
Oh.
suit. You didn't really need.
PG.
Well, no, in the Batman, no, for the
Nipples.
dudes.
I know.
It's like, but why did they need to? They didn't need to put that on there.
It was just to
I'm
show
saying
the
it's-
muscle definition.
I'm saying it's a dumb
sure.
thing.
You don't
I'm
see
not
muffled,
praising it.
You don't see muffled definition in nipples. what is
I
that?
don't know. I just-
I'm just saying the teeth was not necessary.
It
Neither was the
wasn't.
Batman thing. Okay, yes, it wasn't the greatest.
It
I'm
was
already
like,
on a watch list.
Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't do it for me.
All right.
I was weirded out.
Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, he shows up and lots of fighting ensues, lots of Jedi getting destroyed, like we all knew it was going to happen. I mean, we all knew that they were there. They were the red shirts. In Star Trek, this is a common thing. Anybody with a red shirt usually dies in the episode if they go to a planet or something like that. Anyway, sorry to bring Star Trek into Star Wars show. Please don't crucify me. Live long and prosper.
Wow.
No, but so yeah, that happened, and that was some crazy stuff. We'll definitely swing back to that. Yeah. I'm trying to remember certain things about.
Lots of fighting.
Lots of
There's
fighting.
lightsabers. There's hand-to-hand
Hand-to-hand.
combat. There was
Jackie and May started fighting. Most of the other the Jedi got taken out real quick.
Yep.
And then
During the fight was
Soul-
the
yeah.
okay.
But Sol told Yord to take Osha back to the ship.
After he fought
After
Kamir.
yeah, and he got his
his
leg
leg
sliced a little bit,
smushed.
but then immediately got up and started running.
Yep. And that was the reveal.
Makes sense.
Was that the actual reveal right there?
No, but
No. Yeah, but anyway, so then Yord and her start taking off, and then it's kind of weird, that whole situation, and there's a lot of running around, and he's fighting Sol, and then he ended up fighting Jackie. And that fight scene was pretty good, actually. But then it's also May and her. She gets May, and it's kind of confusing whenever you try and piece it all together because there's so much like running around,
Yeah,
and so
you're
many
like-
like moments where it's like, wait, what? I'm trying to track everything and keep track of like, oh, who's running over here? Who's doing this? Also, he felt like Batman. Speaking of Batman,
Right, he's just
he
there
felt
and
the
gone.
Sith felt like Batman because he would just disappear.
yeah.
I was like, what? I guess if you can fly,
He's very powerful.
can do that.
Very
He can
powerful.
fly?
yeah, the end of last week's episode, he floated down like Mary Poppins.
Yes.
Oh, I heard they filmed that in reverse, which makes sense.
That would make sense, actually. Is that what you were talking about earlier?
No.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so anyway, and then I'll try to jump just to highlight. So then it's revealed that it's Kamir is the Sith. And he actually says he's a Sith. And that's a problem, a potential problem anyway, because
He says you can call me a
No,
Sith.
he said you Jedi would consider me or something like that.
yeah, he said something like, yeah,
gonna
you
pull it up.
you
We're
would
gonna
consider
quote it
me.
exactly.
Yeah,
A
let's
Sith.
get it right.
You guys would call me a Sith or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, you may consider me a Sith, or something like that. But he used the word Sith specifically,
Oh, I know.
Right.
Yeah.
and that is potentially canon breaking for the fact that the Sith have been gone for millennia. But he did kill everybody except for Sol and May and technically Osha, which was kind of confusing. Anyway, so then, yeah, let's just, and then we'll kind of circle
Keep
back.
doing
Sorry.
the recap.
Yep. And then basically Soul gets stunned at some point, and then
by May.
Yeah, by May.
and then
don't know what
Jackie
happened to
gets
him.
ended quick. Maybe, who knows, in Star Wars with strong female characters.
She's
I think she's
alive.
gone. I mean, that was a
Can't be
pretty.
bringing her back now.
Well, I mean-
after 3 stabs to the
Yeah,
chest.
that was kind of interesting too. It was like 1, 2, 3, and it was like on off. Was it stabs or was it actually like on off on
I
off?
thought stabs, but I really don't know.
Yeah, and I need to watch that again. That was interesting. But in Disney Star Wars
It was
one,
on off.
it was
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
okay.
Oh, where are you now?
Where are you now? There.
Whatever,
She's like,
fact checker.
I've done it before.
No, what?
No, but yeah, in Disney Star Wars, you can't just stab a female protagonist once because they won't die. So you have to stab them 3 times in vital places. I don't know how. You could explain that one away, but they might. Who knows? In Disney Star Wars, nobody's really gone. But anyways,
No, she's dead.
I think
Or-
she's dead. But
yeah.
yeah,
I'm
so
not
Say that.
they all pretty much ended except for Soul. Although Jackie put up a better fight. The Padawan.
The Padawan put up a better fight than
than
everyone.
like everybody
I
else, and
noticed that.
and even Master Soul.
All right, you're doing the
Yeah.
recap.
Do
You'll
the
come
recap.
back to the
I know.
points.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Anyway, so we
Wild.
go
It's
away.
hard.
So he says who he is, and he's also talking to Soul and saying, "You wear a mask too." There's that whole scene. So it just again more intrigue into what actually happened. Is Soul a bad guy? Is Soul a good guy? Then they jump over to May and Osha. They finally reconnect, crying. It's a whole what's that movie? Frozen scene, basically. Actually, kind of Parent Trap in some ways too. At the end,
Yep.
very
Oh,
Parent
yeah,
Trap
Good
in
way
the
to
end.
say it.
But it was very weird, and then
Yeah.
flip floppy.
Yep.
And she was May was alluding that Osha was brainwashed, which
Right.
is something that happened way back in the day
Well, and
to
then,
Revan.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what they're pulling from, and she might remember it differently. So there's so much like convoluted, like what's
Conundrums.
what's actually going on? Like
Yeah.
that's part of the problem with that whole sequence is, all right, so is Osha wrong with how it was? I think that's probably what's going to be the case, is what they showed us isn't what actually happened. But if
Yeah.
it is, it's weird because May tried to kill Osha
Yeah.
Right. How do you?
and burnt the place down.
Right,
Or still at
unless-
least started a fire.
least started
We don't
it.
know the extent that the
Right.
fire went to on
That's
its
a good
own.
point. So, but then there's another, but then Osha was like, well, you got to come in for your crimes. And then May immediately, which May already said she was going to do in the previous one.
I know.
Right.
So there's some confusion there for me.
Right.
And then anyway,
Yeah.
blows her back. She gets knocked out somehow. And then May thinks it's a good idea because she doesn't want to die from because that Sith, he was going after her hard.
Oh yeah, he wasn't fighting anyone. And
He was
until
basically
found
just
her.
trying to kill her after
Yeah.
for most of it.
He
That's
didn't
where
like
he kept
it.
disappearing to. He was just chasing after her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so
and once
then,
he had her, though. Oh no, you're doing the recap. Sorry.
no, you're good. And then so she cuts her hair with a lightsaber,
Yeah.
which was
And then they
Weird.
did Parent Trap.
I never noticed her hair being long before that. I want to go back and rewatch to see if May's hair was actually
I think
longer.
it was, but there was the hood a lot, so it was
Okay.
harder to tell.
I don't know. Anyway, it's very plot convenient for
It was
me.
weird.
Yeah. Anyway, cuts her hair and then switches clothes with
Yeah.
Osha and May, which is again weird. And then she goes with pretending to be Osha with Soul.
Yep.
Then we get the rat dude,
Basil
sniffing everything around. Also loses Yord, and I forgot
Yeah.
Yord and Osha come back, and Yord gets his neck snapped. Holy
was
crap!
wild.
That was
That was
I
cool.
forgot about that. I didn't think they were going to end Yord that way.
No.
Yeah.
That was like
yeah.
almost a punk way to
Boom.
go out. That was a very punk way to go. I did not actually like how they did that, but I did, but I didn't.
Yeah.
But it felt kind of
I
cheap.
thought it was cool.
But that was brutal. It was kind of cool in some ways. But
I didn't like the toss. The toss was too much.
Really?
Tossing
That's
him?
what pulls it all together.
Really?
Saying,
I mean, he could have just let him drop and stepped over him.
nah, dude.
no, dude, he's a Sith.
Okay,
Yeah, he's a
okay.
dark side Sith. He's like,
Okay.
you're not even worth my time. That's what it was like.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But so that was interesting. Anyway, so the episode basically ends with Sol and May / pretending to be Osha on the ship. They haven't got off the planet yet, and they haven't radioed anyone, which is also surprising in some ways, at least so far. But Basil also is picking up the trail from the light. Oh yeah, I forgot to say how they get rid of the Sith for a little while. Kamir is they stick a flashlight on his back, and all the bugs come and
the moths.
And then he flies up in the air like Mary Poppins again.
Well, no, they take.
We knew it wasn't going to end him. Again, it was very predictable.
Yeah. I was like, that's not going to kill him.
It was very predictable. Everything was predictable in this. That was the thing. You were like, okay, they're going to do that.
You knew her plan the second.
Yeah, they telegraph everything like way too much, and it's kind of
Although one point where I was confused by what was going to happen, or wasn't sure what was going to happen, was when they were hugging. The sisters were hugging, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe.
Yeah, I thought she had her for a second.
Yeah, maybe May's speech did convince her because she wanted to question Sol.
Right.
Or she was already questioning Sol a little bit more at weird timing, but still. And then I was like, okay, good. I was glad that she didn't immediately go with her. Instead, she was like, no, you need to. I don't remember what she said, but then yeah, it kind of went off the rails from there.
Yeah,
the whole switcheroo.
Again, another switcheroo. So then she wants. But my question with that too is, can nobody sense that they're different? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. They're Jedi.
Actually, a master Jedi.
Yeah. I kind of skimmed over a lot of stuff, but at the very end, we end also with Sith Kamir. He bends down and force heals. That's another thing to me I didn't like. He was able to force heal Osha / May.
It's Osha.
It's Osha, yeah. I know. But then, like, didn't want to kill May, Osha. Did he realize that it was Osha?
Yes, because I think the forehead was
exposed.
You could see that, whichever side it's on, you could see that the tattoo wasn't there. So he knew it was Osha, and he obviously wanted to kill May. And, had said he wanted an apprentice. So maybe he thought, okay, here's my chance too.
Didn't notice that. May basically knew there was a chance of Osha getting killed.
You're right.
Off of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
knowing how much he was after.
Yeah.
So she's kind of still the dark side. She's killed 2 Jedi Masters.
I don't see any good in her.
Right.
How they could flip it to make her good.
She was basically just trying to save her skin, but also be with her sister, but then immediately threw her sister under the bus by switching.
Just because she didn't agree with her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
You're like, and it's just a lot of flip-flopping going on.
Jarring,
and you're just like, you're just like, what is happening? Like, does anybody know who is at this time? Like, now we're gonna
Osha's May. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's basically. Sorry, we always jump in. It's hard for us to actually get through a recap of that because there's a lot that happens
off screen.
We need to practice. You're absolutely right. Thank you for bearing with us, everybody, in this, and keep letting us know what you guys thought.
We got to get to
things.
some of the big points because
All right. So biggest point 1. Did you guys like the reveal of Kamir being the Sith?
No.
Nice.
How do you break a helmet with your elbow?
Okay. Well, actually, in that defense, that's
clean in half. Too.
I know that was kind of silly. That's called cortosis, and it's actually a material in Legends that is actually not super strong.
It's not strong.
It's not strong, and it's very difficult to work with. The best benefit it has, though, is it can actually
disengage.
It's like
Jedi mind
short
function.
out. It like shorts Jedi, like shorts lightsabers and crystals out.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah, because that's why he kept using the Vambrace thing and he would keep hitting it with
it.
Yeah, and it would shut him off. And those other 2 were like, what? And so that's actually in Legends. That's actually a big pro for me because I like that they're bringing in some materials from Legends. It's really cool. And they're showing that it's not impervious, though, because she was able, although the elbow to the helmet.
I was confused
I still
about
didn't think that was.
At first, like, why the lightsabers. I didn't realize, because I didn't realize he had something on his arm. So it was green sparks, right?
Yeah, they would. Yeah, it would spark. I forget the color, but
I'm pretty sure it was green.
Was it green?
So
it might have been depending on the lightsaber color as well.
Because I noticed green, and I was thinking like if there's some kind of witch thing, or not witch. Obviously,
oh, right.
But like
Night Sisters.
If he knew those,
because there's precedent for that. Because he said that. Well, no, May said something about. she said something about my mother used to be able to do that,
Yeah.
get into
Yeah.
Jedi's
That also,
mind.
too.
Yeah.
So there almost is precedent that it is going to still be one of the mothers being like the master, and he's still just the apprentice that is looking for apprentice to take over to help fight the master.
Well, and that comes back to the point: is he actually a Sith? That's a
Right.
big question out there. So here's the line he said.
All
I
right,
looked it up.
Go for it.
He said, "I have no name, but the Jedi like you might call me Sith."
Yeah.
So I think you're right, Matt.
Yeah.
So is he a Sith,
I mean,
or is he?
Not according to him.
You
You
know.
might call me a Sith.
Yes, exactly. So
They're
I
they're
think-
playing the line because they're
Yeah.
trying to keep it ambiguous. That's like a Filoni thing right there. He's trying to
And
be
that
like,
would
oh,
make
it's a
sense.
certain point of view, and not
Right.
like I bet she wrote it that he was a Sith, but then Filoni read it and was like, no, this breaks canon too much. But we might be able to skate by with this. And I'm like, I don't know. I love that. But I do think that maybe he's looking for an apprentice so he can help overthrow his master. Which, are they going to make it Plagueis? That's the other thing. Is he technically Plagueis? Because they didn't give him a Darth name. If you're a Sith, you technically take a Darth name. So they didn't say like Darth Smiley or whatever. But that'd be funny if that was his actual
No,
name.
I'm sure it's not. But as a bad guy, I mean, what do you think?
Like, he was like,
I like
Or
him.
is he
Personally-
the main bad guy?
personally, he felt OP to me. Like,
What does that
way
mean?
overpowered.
Oh, really?
I understand what they're going for, but again, canonically, the prequels, man. I mean, Sidious was definitely super powerful as well, but you didn't see him blowing away seven
Seven
Jedi
all
with
at
like
once.
I think that's
Force
just a
push.
difference in the
styling.
the
Yeah, you're
fight
Yeah,
styles nowadays compared to 20 years ago.
yeah. Secret Songs. Yes, that's totally Filoni. I have no name, but that's definitely a Filoniism right there.
And yeah.
Yeah, but they kept saying that he was trained by a Jedi.
So that's what I'm asking. Is he actually a Sith?
Yeah.
We don't know. There's
or is
more
he
to
a dark
come, I think,
Jedi?
obviously.
Yeah, they're playing it ambiguous on purpose.
Which is nice because it's not telegraphed at this point, whereas
Yeah.
other plot lines have been. And he was a bad guy. He outright ended more
Oh,
people
yeah.
than I thought.
Humorous.
You didn't think he was going to go that dark? Well, a lot of people
I
are
just
like,
didn't think that they would actually die. I
well,
thought they'd all get injured,
but
and run away, or
but the
whatever.
thing about it though, he kept talking about, which makes it lean towards the Sith. They were both Soul and him were talking about hiding his identity and not revealing himself.
yeah,
Right.
And
How do
that's
you do that to
that's
you?
one of the main things of the rule of two during that time was they don't want to be found out. They want to work in the shadows.
So then they have to kill everyone.
Yes, they had to kill everyone, which they did. And speaking of those kills, though, there were some pretty epic kills.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
Maybe not epic, but there were some good ones for the fact that we'll definitely. We already talked about Yord getting his neck snapped. What a punk! I mean, that sucks for Yord, dude. Like, if I ever
yeah.
die, I hope it's not from a neck snap. Like, that just feels
But
like
it'd be quick. I mean,
Would it?
know?
I mean,
I'm
you'd
sure
still
it would.
Have you felt it?
No, but
you'd
I mean,
still like be aware for a little bit. That's the
for
weird
like
thing.
a split second, and then you're done.
I'm curious. How long?
Well, it's hard. To
Let's
say,
not go
but-
into that. But yeah, but the no witnesses thing, yeah, LEB is even saying no witnesses. Yeah, you kind of you have to if you're a Sith at this point.
Yeah.
You can't have any witnesses because you can't let the Jedi Order find out. But the only problem with that though still is there's still going to be like who killed with a
of
lightsaber
these.
all
Yeah.
of these Jedi.
Right.
You know,
They're
so
gonna know something.
yeah, that's the tricky thing about it. But the other brutal one, which was kind of silly but also kind of cool, was when he stabs the one Jedi
Yeah.
and then force pulls
Pulls him
the
into
other
it.
one into
Yeah,
the Jedi
yeah.
into the same
I almost
saber,
missed that,
like a
yeah.
skewer. He's like
I know.
skewering everybody.
A
Let's
little
get a
shish
Jedi
kebab
shish
action.
kebab.
Throw
Yeah.
down the grill.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal. But at the same time, I was still like, dude, none of these Jedi have the Force and can block any of his attacks. I know that's what they were establishing in the beginning, basically just being like, this dude is so powerful that he can blow 7 Jedi back
Right.
with one push of the Force, which I get. But again, canonically, like I don't know. We never saw Sidious do that. He did more lightning pushes and stuff like that.
Yeah, different times.
I
different
know.
times.
It's like they're trying to up the ante. I feel like
I think they feel like they have to
Well, they don't.
because there's
I mean,
so
they
much.
suck
they,
so much.
They have to show something that hasn't been seen before, and that's
they
why
don't have to. No, that's
well,
the problem.
They do. We
That's
we
no.
want stuff that's new.
Yes,
I
but
want to see.
yes,
it
I agree.
actually good.
Yeah, I want to see stuff new, but I don't want it to break what's come before. Now, you could make the argument with George Lucas doing that when he had more of a kendo style fight with the original trilogy. It was a lot slower paced. But the argument with that, though, is it was a lot more emotionally based with those fights in the original.
True.
There was a lot more emotions involved. This was more emotionless because we're not very attached to all these characters. We are or we aren't, but we don't really, because they're mostly just talking about exposition. You're not really getting into their minds or anything like that. They're not really characters in a lot of ways to us. They're just, okay, that's what they're telling me. I guess I should feel bad. But it's kind of bad when you're almost rooting for the Sith.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's when he's doing crazy cool death blows. But where was I? I just lost my point. No, I was going to say, but then he went to the prequels and he definitely upped the ante in the prequels. Mm-hmm. But even to his point, though, he said, well, this is when the Jedi were like well established and there's a ton of Jedi and they trained hard and there was a lot of them. So they obviously would be better because they'd have to be fighting themselves. You know, there wasn't as much competition back then. So that made sense. But then the problem that I feel like so many new Star Wars directors and Disney Star Wars has done is they fall into the trap of trying to put their own stamp on it. And it just does not work or mesh well with established content in Star Wars. And it takes you out of Star Wars. I could see like a smaller stamp on it, but like if it breaks canon, or you make that the main focus instead of respecting the source material that came before, then that's what takes it out for me. And that's what takes it out with fans. And I don't think it's going to stand the test of time either. That's the other problem with it. Mm-hmm. Well, and if you don't have a good story, it's not going to stand the test of time. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
The prequels were not super well executed, but the story was there. And I will argue that forever, that's why those still hold up compared to the sequels. Because the sequels sucked when it came to story. They didn't know what the heck they were doing. It looks like it's a flashy turd is what the sequels are. You know, it's flashy. And in some ways, this is leaning into that a little bit for me. Mm-hmm. The story is not there. These fights were cool, but it's still kind of a flashy turd.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be rude about it, but it's like, okay, yep, you're distracting us from how bad this is with how semi-interesting this is and how you're trying to do things.
With the new technology and the stuff you can do.
Right.
But you're not writing a good story.
Right. And the wire work takes it out for me. Certain aspects, man. I don't love that. I know it's cool to see in certain ways, but then think about this. Where are they going to go next?
Right.
Well, I mean, are they going to just basically make Jedi superheroes? Like, are they going to be like a Hulk?
Right.
You know, they can just punch through anything. You know, where are the limitations? And if you follow that trend of, well, we need to show them something newer,
it's going to get more and more.
It's going to get more and more unbelievable. And that's the thing when that suspension of disbelief is going to be right out the window. Anyway, that was a long-winded answer thing there. But let's get back into some more points.
Well, we're doing a poll on it.
Oh, yeah.
So stay tuned for the chat's answers.
Okay. I'd love to hear from the chat on this. Yeah, and let me know, chat. Are you guys along with me on this, or you guys just like seeing the newer stuff? And that's cool either way. I mean, I get it. I could see the appeal of it, but when I break it down and the more I think about it, that's the problem. Maybe I just should turn off my brain.
Well, because I mean, can fighting styles be canon? I mean,
yeah. I mean,
I get it to a degree, yes, but it's entertainment, and that's what I keep coming back to. KG said if they did less, peeps would complain. So,
well, they wouldn't complain if they had a good story.
Yes, absolutely. They go hand in hand,
right?
For sure.
And if there was a more emotional weight, when all these Jedi died, like
so it all connects.
You didn't feel much of anything.
You didn't feel as much.
You
were more surprised by their deaths
than
you were emotionally invested in the sadness.
Themselves.
You weren't sad necessarily. You were more surprised than you were like, oh man, you know, that really cuts deep.
Which is still a reaction.
Still a reaction, but not, it could have a lot more weight and meaning to it.
Yeah. Yeah, because on the other side, when Sol was fighting Khmer, I mean, you knew he wasn't going to die because they need to reveal more about the past and Sol's darkness or whatever.
Yeah, they're still leaning into that a ton, and I know we're just, yeah.
But some people are sad about Jackie, and she was kind of a prominent character. So was Yord, and
Yeah, which was surprising for sure. Because now, I mean, they're definitely trying to hone in on just May and OSHA. But to me, honestly, that's kind of the weakest point of this. That's probably one of the weakest points of this entire show is the whole OSHA and May.
Yeah.
I'm just not invested in that at all.
No. I'm irritated by the flip-flopping.
Yeah, I'm irritated by the flip-flopping. I'm just not emotionally invested with them. I don't fully understand like why they're making the choices that they are. It's I don't know, a little I don't know. It doesn't sit right with me, and it doesn't feel like Star Wars. It feels like Frozen or something silly like that, I guess. So
yeah.
So let's get to some other points. Did you like though that he was actually able to shut off sabers with that?
Yeah, that was cool. I was just confused watching it at the moment because I didn't understand what was happening.
Right, and that's also a flaw of the show.
Right.
The show they could have used a one-off line from one of the Jedi, being like saying something like oh, is that like cortosis, or just saying something like cortosis, like he's got cortosis armor, it'll shut off your thing. It's I don't know how they do it in a fluent way. Maybe that's why they didn't do it. But even just some one-off lines saying like cortosis gets at least people established in the story that this is a unique metal. It's not just like, because a lot of people are like, is that Beskar? I mean, what is that? Why is it that way? But if you were to actually state maybe what it is, or kind of explain a little bit, I think that would actually have helped people understand what was going on instead of finding it out later.
But they know fans love digging into it, so they knew it'd get out there very quickly.
But a lot of fans aren't going to dig into it. That's the thing. A lot of people are just going to be confused by it and not look into it any further. And I don't know.
That'd be me if I didn't have you guys.
Right?
I wouldn't have ever looked into it. I've just been confused the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I don't feel like taking time to look up stuff.
That's true. That's true. Not all fans will look it up.
Right. And so I think that's kind of a flaw. Like if you're leaving people like not understanding what's going on, then like even the Mandalorian,
but they knew that it was stalling the lightsabers.
Right. I mean, they
knew
saw
how it functioned.
Yeah, but for fans, they didn't know why. They thought,
do you need to know why? It's
with all the canon breaking stuff they've done so far, people are kind of like,
not everyone sees it as canon breaking.
Well, it's not all canon breaking. It's close. They're toting the line with a lot of stuff. The Ki-Adi-Mundi thing still is waiting to be seen. So is the Sith. They've got like 3 different things in this show that could potentially break canon. Also, they already kind of did it with the whole Force baby things. So with Anakin and then that, whatever. Anyway, but I still think they should, because even in Mandalorian, they talked about Beskar and basically how strong it is and stuff like that,
right?
And the importance of it. In this, they didn't talk about it at all, but they at least used it the right way. So I like that. To answer your question, KJ, I don't know if nothing's really been 100% like canon broken. They're just toting the line, and it's irritating me in that regard. I'd say I do actually think the whole like Force baby thing, I think that's kind of breaking canon to me, because if you could make that a long time ago, then it's kind of belittling Anakin's.
Right. It makes it less cool.
Yeah. In a way. Yeah. Well, and even Star Wars Theory came out with that video where Papa Palps is talking to Anakin, and Anakin's like, well, it's already been done before. That was hilarious. I actually really liked that. It was so fun.
Okay, you said I kid.
Oh, okay. Thank you, KG. Sorry, I want to make sure I was answering questions, but
oh well, I see. Brought up another good point about Kamir's lightsaber being split into the short blade.
Oh, that's another
cool.
pro.
Yeah.
That was a pro.
Cool.
That was super cool, actually. That was unique. That's probably one of the most unique, cool things in that entire fight that actually made me sit and be like, wow, that was pretty sick. Like, that was different.
He had different. See, that's so.
I like that. No, I'm giving credit where credit's due. That's what I'm saying. I'm not just poo-pooing on everything.
They had to up the ante to surprise us, and
that one makes sense though. That one makes sense. They're not like that's within the limitations of Star Wars. That's within the rule book. Not like
there's not a rule book.
Well, no, but the
An
suspension
unwritten rule
of
book.
disbelief. And also,
What is the pirates?
they're more of guidelines.
Yes, exactly.
No, but no,
Parlay.
no. I am firm on this.
Pirates code.
I am firm on this. It's like in The Last Jedi, whenever the Holdo maneuver that blew up the whatever ship, split it in half because of jumping the light speed.
Oh, that was so cool, though.
It looks awesome, but start to think about it. Why haven't ships for a long
They could have
time?
destroyed so many.
They could have destroyed the Death Star.
They
could
just
have
never thought
destroyed
about
what-
it then. They're
You
just
know,
now,
somebody would have thought about
not
it.
always. We're always inventing new things to this day that we're like, why didn't I think of that 10 years ago?
Yeah, but some idiot's gonna run into.
Yeah,
a
you know they're going to do
starship
that.
during light
You
speed.
know some idiot. Yeah, you know some idiot. Whenever they first came out with hyperspace travel, jumped
It's like-
straight into another ship,
This has got to work.
and then somebody's going to be like, "Oh, we could manually drone control that and use that as a
Drone
weapon."
control.
Yeah, I mean, you could control it remotely and then launch that into the
And
Death
then
Star.
You can destroy everything without even thinking about it.
Yeah.
But-
and then what's the point of anything?
If they would use that in every Star Wars movie or show, you'd get so bored of seeing it that then you'd want something new, and that's why they save these special ideas.
I do not care necessarily about something flashy and new. I care about the story, the plot, and is it an interesting, compelling story that we can all relate to?
Yeah, that's most important for sure. But you have
I
to
don't
have
care
all
about-
of the elements of the pie to come together, and a good new creativity is part of that.
yes, and they're
Well, I mean,
failing,
I'm okay with
like
new,
usual.
Yeah,
'cause Disney sucks.
I think you're misunderstanding. I'm okay with creativity and I'm okay with new things, but you still have to respect and think about what's come before to make sure it doesn't mess that up. Like if it retroactively
But when it comes
alters.
to fighting, that's kind of tough to mess it up, in my opinion.
Okay. Well, we're definitely
Agree
we
to
have
disagree.
separate. Yeah, we have different opinions right now
I'm
because
used to that.
that's fine. No, that's fine. Just I'm from a fighting like background
I
when
know
it comes
you.
to this stuff.
You have
I
a good
love-
eye for the fight scenes and knowing that he would have died right then. As I was watching, I totally could hear you and Dan.
in your head.
Yes, completely.
She's got the voices in her head.
Flashbacks to the fan films.
Fan films, yeah. Well, because in our fan films too, I tried to really work within. I mean, there was still moments where we weren't the greatest,
Yeah.
too. But granted, we had no budget, and
We were learning.
we were doing the best we could with what we had. But even in our fan films, I wanted things to make sense. Like if I'm trying to like chop your leg off, like you should probably be blocking or moving out of the way.
Yeah.
But everything has to be a purpose. I'm not just swinging a lightsaber around to swing it. In a fight, you want to actually have purpose to
Yeah.
everything. Because if you're just frilling or flailing about, what's the point? You know, I want things to be raw and real, and I wanted them to feel believable with every stroke. Because if you kind of just fluff it up, then it's uninteresting and it's unbelievable. And there was definitely moments in the fight where like Kamir could have taken out like 2 or 3 of the Jedi like a lot faster. And he left himself open a few times when I was watching. I was like, dude, they could have killed him right there. They could have killed him right there. They could have killed him right
for
there.
sure.
But I get it. There are moments. And the tough thing about it too is like one of the biggest flaws when it comes to any like choreography fight is when you have multiple people attacking one person, that is incredibly difficult
To make
realistic. The reason being, when like 7 people are coming in at you,
Yeah.
you have one saber,
Yeah.
You
and
can't fight that.
even if it's just 2 or 3, like someone's going for your head while you're not looking.
Yeah.
And then if everybody attacks at the same time, there's no way you can block all that. And so what you get is people just standing off to the side, waiting
Yeah.
their turn. And that happened in this. And I was like, oh, here we go.
A little
again.
bit. The
They're doing
night helped. The dark
it. Yeah,
scene
no,
helped.
they did that
Yeah.
on purpose because
I
they didn't
know.
want to
Yeah.
actually show what was all going on.
I know for sure.
And that clouds a lot of the actual fight choreography that's going on.
Yeah, I did like Yord's line about when they were running away or running back to the ship, and they were talking about Kamir and his fighting style or whatever they said, that he's unpredictable. His moves are unpredictable or something like that. I was like, okay, yeah, that kind of helped explain why they were struggling a little bit, because they
Yeah.
hadn't seen some of that.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying because he's a Sith and he's not going off of like standard lightsaber forms, but he was still like taught by a Jedi is what they were saying. So there was hints of it.
Where's the...
But he likes to break the rules, so he's
Right.
He developed his own style, and
Right.
it just was
But
tough.
but the thing about that though is those 7 forms of lightsaber combat were designed and made to be the most proficient way to use a lightsaber, even against somebody that's unwieldy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I didn't fully understand. And they also said like he doesn't follow the rules of engagement. Like what? Is this like the Civil War where we're like using like no, he's like still using a lightsaber. He's still fighting like normal. Obviously he's bad and he's not going to follow the rules of engagement. What are you expecting? Like have they not found like seen any dark Jedi come about? You know, you'd think in the 1,000 years that there was a few Darksiders or just regular villains that fought them unwieldy and they had to adapt. So I don't know. I didn't feel like that held too much water for me, but I get what you're saying though. He definitely breaks the rules. But yeah, so anyway, that whole reveal, not super surprising. I think there might be some more to it when it comes to who's behind that potentially. So yeah. What else? We also got the whole what's going on with Soul. There's a lot of his soul at stake, I feel like, here. Probably why they named him Soul, because they're very on the nose with everything in this show. Obviously, they hinted at a darker past. Do you think they brainwashed Osha into thinking that something happened that didn't to cover their tracks?
You wouldn't think so, but I guess I don't know what they were like back then or about any of these guys. So
Right. Cunningham family's absolutely right. It was very predictable. A lot of this was very predictable. I didn't like the fact that he kept disappearing and then just showing back up. It was kind of cheesy to me.
Yeah, because I mean, in a way, why didn't the Jedi run or the remaining Jedi run when they had a chance? I mean, I know you don't necessarily want to retreat from a fight, especially if you think someone else is in danger, but yeah. It was weird.
But also, there's like 1,000 Jedi, and like if you could get back to the ship, and
get back up.
be like, oh, we need backup, then you
'Cause
could
this is
just
a serious
overwhelming
threat.
numbers,
Yeah.
track them, and then destroy them. Like that would be. That's why like Yord and her decision was kind of dumb to me. Like they or like one of the off characters should have ran off. Like somebody should be tasked. You think by how many rules and stuff they have in this time frame, where like we can't engage, which I again thought was very dumb. You can't attack an unarmed person, even though he just murdered like. You know, they said that. Remember whenever Soul said that? Or they he said that to Soul. You can't attack a unarmed person or whatever.
I think there's it could be allowed for a murder of sorts.
Well, yeah.
That's going to get back up and try to kill you.
Because
again.
they're basing the Jedi in this time frame. Yeah, they're basing this Jedi in that time frame as like cops. That's what they keep, because Jackie was like reading her the rights to May, and they're doing all that stuff, and they always announce by the name of the Galactic Republic. It's like they're basically being cops, and if like multiple cops are killed, cops are going to take out that person. That's just how it goes. I mean, they've committed. You
have to stop the threat.
You have to stop the threat, and there's obviously still a threat.
Yeah,
even if that threat is immobilized at that moment, that's also when we need to strike because he is not a threat.
That's why you're fighting him.
Yeah,
is to immobilize,
and it's also for self-preservation.
Absolutely,
like you are justified to protect yourself in that situation.
Yeah.
So what? He dropped his lightsaber for a sec because you disarmed him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Secret Song said Soul almost gave in to the dark side, so that's
what that's kind of what they're toting the lines there. Yeah. And that's what the Sith always play upon is like you got to take him in. You can't kill the Sith. And I understand that to a certain degree, but then why didn't they like cuff him? Why didn't he knock him out? He had him right there. He could at least hit him in the head and knock him out or whatever.
Yeah.
Like at least incapacitate him.
Yeah.
And then tie him up or whatever you got to do. So I don't know. That was silly to me too. But I did like, we didn't really talk about it too much. The lightsaber, the Shoto lightsaber that disconnected and came out, that was a really cool Sith move. And I really like that. And I really want to see his lightsaber because that's a very unique design. That would be very small.
Definitely.
But I mean, there's precedence for it too, for even Yoda's lightsaber being so small. You could hide another one right there. And that was such a cool Sith move.
He should have pulled it out when he was fighting the 5-on-1 or whatever, though.
Yeah, that would have been a lot smarter.
But it was a better
Better wait
reveal.
for the double.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Mrs. Manrique said he got in his head. So Kamir got in Soul's head, and that's why he obviously was struggling besides OSHA stopping him.
Yeah,
which reminded me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, it reminded me of Omega always stopping the Bad Batch at critical moments, and it would drive you guys nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry.
Thanks
Call
for bringing
back.
that up. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess I like that there's action in this. We all like that there's a lot of action. There's lightsaber fights. People got destroyed. Although there should have been some more like arms getting chopped off or heads. If you're going to go dark, you might as well go dark. But I guess maybe for whatever rating they have to get on the channel, they might have to watch out for that. Although he did technically pull out the lightsaber, those two skewered Jedi, and he definitely chopped off their heads, but they just panned around the tree, so you didn't see it.
But you knew it.
But you knew it was happening. But yeah, although I think the neck snap was more brutal than anything than like someone getting their head chopped off.
Yeah.
What a way to go. But yeah, anything else? We kind of speculated. I think we covered most things. The flip-flop was goofy. We didn't really go into that too much. But
No,
like,
we did.
Yeah, but it was like, why can't they sense that they're different people? And also, Soul, I guess, is so distracted, and maybe Kamir's still in his head, whatever. We can give him that. But why didn't he realize even the thing on her head? I know it's kind of covered by the hair, but she's still got the thing on her head for
I
May.
know.
Someone said up above that they think he did notice.
And he was just
playing,
playing possum, playing dumb.
Yeah, and like trapping her or whatever.
Oh, kind of bringing her in just to...
Of a sense, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily get that vibe, I don't think.
Well, do you think Osha's going to definitely turn to the dark side? Because the Darksiders is going to either warp her mind to believe or tell her from a Sith perspective what happened
went down.
and why the Jedi are evil. And then so the person, May, who was evil in the beginning, is now going to be the good person, the Jedi,
I don't think
by soul. And then Osha is now going to be the Sith, which is the flip-flop. And then they're going to flip-flop back.
I don't think she's going to go full dark side, Osha. I think she's going to definitely find out what happened, or maybe find out what happened, whether it's real or not. And so she's going to question the Jedi even more, which she had already left the Jedi. So, she was definitely struggling enough with her past as it was.
Right.
So yeah, learning more from Kamir, maybe I could see her training a little bit, but I don't see her going full dark side. Whereas May is, I don't know what the word is, crazy and what's psychopath or whatever. I still think she's evil and is causing chaos. That's just what she does wherever she goes.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. And I'm even seeing here in the chat that...
there's some good stuff.
Cunningham said the acting was awful. I love the acting. It's been bad pretty much the whole time. Other than Soul, although he is a little hard to understand, but he's definitely the best actor.
Like Soul.
And they did just kill off another good actor, which was Jecki and even Yord. I'd say they were kind of the standouts as far as acting goes for me, for believability. Amanda Stenberg, I'm sorry, but the man Osha, she is not good and not compelling and not, I don't know, when she's on screen, I'm not really engaged. I don't know why. That even from the first episode, I'm just not great, and I think her acting is not great. And then, but some of the lines in this were kind of still felt jarring. Like they were saying certain things, and I'm like, it felt like multiple writers wrote different lines. And I was like, what is going on? And it was jarring. But some people are saying if Soul might be the dark, like the Sith, or leans more towards the dark side. I see Emil.
yeah.
Thanks for jumping in here. The confusion
Well,
is
Dana was the one that said that a second ago.
Oh, Dana, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
Yeah,
Thank
jumped
you.
in,
Thank
and
you.
then no.
Well, everybody. The confusion in Soul caught my attention in this chapter. He seems more devoted to the dark side with a lot of anger, wanting more to kill them to defend life. He wants to cover up the past. And it's really a gray area here, too, because Soul seems to be like more, I don't know, he seems more Jedi-like than anybody in this show. But he definitely did go hard in on trying to kill him. But in a sense, he's justified, like we just said, for the fact that they just killed like seven Jedi and his Padawan. But that's also the problem of the Jedi, which is you're not supposed to have attachments, and that can cloud your judgment. And he is leaning a little bit more dark side because he wanted to kill him. But again, you probably justified to do that. So it's this weird
Big circle.
Yeah, it's this weird conundrum that we're sitting in with this entire episode again. The last one, you're just like, what? I still will not forgive them for not giving us a Wookiee Jedi fight scene. I will not. Okay?
Yeah,
that
killing
was
them just like that.
huge.
That was. You don't see that much. You only had Padawan Jedi.
Jackie?
No, I'm sorry, Padawan Wookiee. That was in a different.
Oh,
show.
yeah.
The only other Wookiee Jedi you've really seen.
Yeah.
And then
Yep.
you don't get to see him do anything except for in a flashback, and there was nothing there.
Gunji?
Yeah. Gunji was the other one. Yep.
So it's like, come on now.
Come on now. Yeah, for sure.
One thing that was weird.
Yeah.
When they got there, the Jedi got to that planet.
Last episode?
This episode.
Oh, this. Okay,
This
this
the one we're reviewing right now.
Okay.
They got to the planet that the Wookiee was on. They said, we're looking for a Wookiee, big and hairy, as if that wasn't obvious that every Wookiee is big and hairy.
Right.
I thought that was weird. I was like,
That's funny.
clearly, what other option is there?
Right, exactly.
Unless it's a young Wookiee.
Or a
but
hairless Wookiee, the rare hairless Wookiee.
As ugly as a hairless cat.
Right.
Back to the writing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's silly writing.
It's just extra that didn't need to be added because everyone knows
right.
Wookiees are hairy and big.
Right. Yeah. That's
Even
a good
if
point.
you don't watch the movies, I'm pretty sure you've known that.
Right. And so anyway, back to the great point though, Matt. Anyway, back to we should probably wrap this up here soon. I think we've covered most of it. If there's anything we've missed, let us know, and we will cover it. But I'd say that's the things like the pros. I really like some of these pros, but there's just so much running around. And there's one scene where even like Soul and him are fighting in one spot. Even when he throws the lightsaber and it like cuts down all the trees, you're like, okay, that's cool. And sorry, go ahead, Matt.
That bothered me. I feel like they slid weird.
They did. The physics were kind of off
They
there.
felt weird.
They were kind of off.
I didn't appreciate that.
The only thing you could say is, well, it's a different planet. It's not Earth.
Did you see the red dust? And every time someone fell, Mrs. Manrique was talking about that
Yeah,
earlier.
that was. I don't.
Is there going to be more to that, or is it just a cool Star Wars color?
Some people were speculating online that it might be actually from the cortosis, like the cortosis shedding off of the things.
No, but in the opening scene after Osha fell
Right.
over the dead
When
Jedi,
it's that
you see
burst
the
of like
lines.
5 fingers almost. It looks like.
Yeah, and it's all
blood.
red.
It's red. I don't fully understand that. I don't know if.
I feel it felt like it was just a color or the dirt on that planet. I mean, I did wonder at one point after there was like two, or Osha and May both fell into it and inhaled it, or someone else. I don't
Right.
know who all fell, but
Right.
I did wonder. But I'm like, are they really going to go into that? Why go into that now when you have witch magic, you have thread, you have force, you have Sith?
Yeah.
You got enough stuff. Do you need dirt? Powerful dirt.
Right.
I don't
Powerful
know.
dirt.
Yeah, it might have just been a stylistic choice, like you said. In
Yeah,
this
that's a
show,
better way to say it.
I wouldn't put it past them making stylistic choices that don't make sense. But I don't know. So I don't know. They haven't
Yeah.
explained it.
We'll see. We'll see. KG, I've got a jar of dirt. It always goes back to pirates.
I've got a jar of dirt. I've got a jar of dirt. That is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
KG, you get another Wookiee cookie for that. All right. Yeah, that was an interesting thing. It was we're probably thinking about it way more than they ever meant to do anything with it because that's kind of Disney Star Wars. But yeah, is there anything else that you want to cover, Matt, on this?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think we pretty much got it all. I didn't love, again, the wire work still bothers me because...
Really? What was all the wire
So wire work, when I'm talking about wire work,
yeah.
I'm talking, there's the scene, mostly, well, whenever Floaty McPoppins comes down from the bugs, he just floats down and flies down again.
Obviously, yeah.
It's like Superman.
Yeah, he's like Superman landing, kind of. And then, but more so the fight between Jackie and May. May literally kicked
through the door.
Jackie through a wall.
Through the wall.
She kicked Jackie through the wall. And my point to that is, I know people would like. It would be more believable if you used the force with like a hand push and was like, you know,
Right,
and then you go flying back because that was like a concentrated blast of the force. But whenever like they haven't explained like, are you channeling the force through your kicks?
Getting a Spartan kick?
Because nobody's done that really in the past. Usually, if you're going to do that, it's just again, suspension of disbelief there is for me. I don't love wire work because then if you're going to have wire work for me, you need to explain why they're able to float through the air and defy gravity.
Sure, because obviously the wire pulled her through the wall is what you mean.
Yeah, because that's what it is.
Quickly.
Yeah, and then there was also
force,
also another point when she she kicked her out there and she went flying like in the air and like 10 feet.
Yeah.
If you've ever kicked anything,
it doesn't happen.
that doesn't happen.
A dense body.
Right. It doesn't go far.
Like if I were to kick someone of my size, they'd go about 2 foot.
What if they slipped on a banana peel when you kicked them?
Now we're getting into Mario Kart, and I don't want to
Exactly.
add this into it.
Such a good game.
Yeah.
Mrs. Manrique said it's not like it was a cement wall.
It's that's not, I mean,
Yes,
I'm
but
not
a wall
really
is a wall.
the
You're not
tech,
kicking someone through a drywall studded wall either.
yeah.
I know this is probably, I don't know what it was made out of, but it was wood.
Yeah, that's
Solid wood. That's
Might have
built
been
together, bundled
really
together.
Thin tree trunk.
Well, depending on the planet and the type of wood, it could have been really strong.
Could have been really
Could have
weak
been hardwood.
because
Could
the
have been really weak.
moths were eating them.
What were those called?
They
They
had
had
a
like an
name?
actual name. Yeah, they
Oh,
were
I'll
like
look
they were
it
like
up.
I
Beetle
forget.
moths.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it was more the fact that she went flying in the air, and in the very beginning of the show, it reminded me more of the Matrix. It's like Matrix fighting.
Well, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, but again, the reason in the Matrix that they're able to do that is because they're in a simulated program, and they know they're in a simulated program, and they've trained
But do we
to be
know-
able to use that to their advantage.
Sure.
Where it's an unbelief. You're like, okay, it's not reality, so henceforth, I can break the laws of physics to a certain degree in this fake reality. Whereas with the Star Wars, I'm getting real sweaty here. Star Wars, there's established rules as to like there has to be limitations. Like even when you use the Force, you get tired out to a certain
Right.
point.
Yeah.
You can't just continuously use you can't just fly around like flying Poppins, dude. I mean, he would have expended a lot of Force to do that, just to do that alone. That's a lot. And I
You
mean,
think
even the
after all
chosen one.
fighting and
Even the
all
chosen
that
one
stuff.
had difficulty with certain things. And again, that breaks canon too, because if you're able, as a Sith, able to fly, then the high ground does not apply. Anakin could have just floated over top
Well,
of
that's what I was gonna say.
Obi-Wan.
Just think of it as a
And he's the
slow
chosen
force
one.
And he's
jump.
the chosen one with the most midichlorians ever.
Slow force jump. It's called the Umbra moths.
Yeah. Umbra moths?
Umbra moths. Yep.
Umbra.
Is it
Umbra.
Umbra?
Umbra moths.
Umbra moths.
I mean, maybe I'm not pronouncing
Umbra.
it properly, but
Bruh.
Umbra moths.
Umbra moths. Yeah. Okay.
Or Umbra moth. I don't know.
Thank you, fact checker, for fact checking that. I do
You have
appreciate
to-
that.
You have to look it up for sure.
Yeah. So,
But
blah, blah, blah. We're going
that
on
wasn't
forever.
the
We
wire
got-
work that I thought you were going to have a problem with. I thought it was when Yord was killed and he tossed him to the side. I was like, oh,
No.
that's so obviously wired.
I didn't think was actually too bad.
Really? Oh, that's funny.
That was
Okay,
that was
so
more
I did-
ragdoll physics than it was.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which he,
Like, no, ragdoll makes sense. He's dead. He can't control his
no,
body
but
anymore.
the way he tossed him was just too fake.
I'll have to
we're gonna,
watch
yeah,
it
we're gonna have to
again,
watch that
because
again.
I like a good snap neck toss.
Oh my goodness.
I love a good snap
See,
neck
just-
toss.
Just difference of perspectives, maybe.
But no, so like if you watch kung fu movies, they do a lot.
Don't watch a lot of kung fu.
Okay, well then maybe that's not why you don't understand. But if you watch certain ones like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon,
No.
where they're like running on tops of trees, you're like, okay, what's going on here?
Yeah,
It's
that's why I
still
don't watch
cool,
it.
but they established that quickly off the base.
Sure.
Whereas at Star Wars, it's not been established that you can kick people through walls. Like even when
that's
Anakin
right.
and Obi-Wan are fighting, the only time they augment their force is like, so say somebody gets kicked in the head, they'll do like a backflip with
And
the
land.
force and land to just balance and stay
Yeah.
connected. Or they'll use it to help them jump,
Mm-hmm.
but never to like force augment. I guess it's a possibility.
Yeah, yeah.
But
again,
I just
remember
don't love that. Even still, like if you force augment your foot to kick however many hundreds of pound person, your foot is probably going, because your foot just doesn't have the density. I mean,
Right.
it's like kicking a wall.
Yeah.
What's going to win, the wall or your foot? Depending on the wall.
Yeah.
A cement wall. Okay, let's be specific here.
MMA fighters be snapping their ankles all the time for just doing the kicks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
So you'd have to like anyway, that gets into a lot of physics, which Star Wars isn't super based on physics, I guess. But
Yeah, so I was going to say, just remember that this is a story with witches, with
yeah, that's true.
threads, Jedi, Force, and Sith. So there's all kinds of power going on. If this isn't all a flashback or a dream because they inhaled powerful dirt. So you never know.
I don't
We
know.
don't know where the
It's-
story's going.
It's a
Wish I didn't.
it's a bad fan film to me in this still, because I've seen way
This one was a
better.
better.
This is a better this is the best episode of it.
Episode-wise better.
This is the best
Yeah.
episode of a bad series so far. I'll just say that. But yeah, anyway, we got to wrap this up here with the because we do have a little bit more to get into. I don't know if we're gonna have time to get to it all, but we're gonna get into things. But
Sus dust. That's
sus
right.
dust, yeah, that's sus
We
dust.
established that earlier.
That's hilarious, sus dust.
Yeah.
The stuff, because we have no idea what it is.
Exactly.
And I don't think we ever gonna find out.
Probably not, but it might as well name it, right?
Yeah.
Sus dust.
Who knows? Who knows? At the very end of this whole series, we might
Mm-hmm.
be semi-surprised as far as what's going to happen. Oh, there was another theory going around, which I thought was interesting. It was actually the first Jedi that she killed.
Jackie?
No.
Oh.
That May killed Master
Oh, Indara. Nope.
in-
Indara. Yeah.
Indara.
Yeah.
Some people are like, what if she's actually the Sith that trained?
So she's not dead.
So she's not dead. You thought she was dead in the beginning, but she's not actually dead.
They could pull a switcheroo.
And she's actually the master of
Interesting.
Khmer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's too advanced. I think
Yeah, because why to get to May?
maybe just to see if she would prove her loyalty or whatever.
Yeah.
But how do you fake a knife to the chest like that?
I don't know.
But maybe they have force healing,
They
which
could.
again, force healing that's another dumb thing to me. That actually really irritated me.
Really? I didn't care. I was like,
The
yeah,
Sith do
it
not
makes
have the
sense.
ability to force heal.
But
They
he
are
could
about
be a Jedi,
destruction.
and he's a witch.
They just established
Can't
force.
be everything.
Dude, if they had flipping force healing, then why didn't Obi-Wan use it on Qui-Gon? He could have saved his master.
I know. Maybe
This has been around this entire
They
time.
forgot the book got destroyed in the Jedi archives or the Sith archives.
You know what needs to
in
be
100
you-
years.
You know what needs to be destroyed in the Jedi archives?
Yes, I know.
This show.
But okay, here's a few good points. Mrs. Manrique said Anakin always skipped training sessions, so that's why maybe his foot force push was never as strong,
To be able to fly?
or use the force in ways that they're
Yeah.
showing us now.
I'm not believing it.
See, okay.
You're really pulling the
I
the
appreciate
rabbit out
I
the hat
appreciate
here.
that you're trying to play devil's advocate here, because I try to do that too, even with my own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I will say he was tired at the end of that because they had already been fighting for 11
Yeah.
minutes. Also, they did claim that this was going to be better than the Phantom Menace fight scene.
Yeah.
It was not better than the Phantom Menace fight scene. You can poke more holes in this than a flipping screen door.
Wow, I don't want holes in my screen door.
Well, especially if it's on a submarine.
Okay,
I don't think you're gonna have a screen door on a submarine.
That's a good point.
that's a song in OBS.
Focus on your
Phenomenal.
live stream. Oh no, that's not it. It is just spinning at the moment. Okay,
Hope we're back.
Here we go.
I think we're coming back, people. Oh no, the return. The buffer has switched to
Oh no,
chased
Studio
us.
B. Wait,
Studio B. It transferred over.
Okay, are we
Okay,
back?
we are back. You guys can hear us?
Let us know.
Let us know. Sorry about that. Well, I think
Mine's
that's a
not
sign
back.
that we
Maybe you might have to refresh or come if you're on your phone.
I can see it. No, I can see it on here.
No, I'm talking to the chat.
Oh, sorry.
You're
I
good.
thought you were talking to me.
No, I needed to
my-
refresh.
Who are you talking to? There needs to be better writing in the studio.
Well, we know that.
I have no idea the context. Yeah.
But you were saying Miss Manrique
That was dark, Miss Manrique.
Yeah,
3 holes in Jackie.
and your screen door,
Matt
Jackie.
loves it. Yeah. Screen door Jack. That's what the Sith uses. I wonder if the Sith is mounting his trophies. Also, they didn't take any of the lightsabers.
Well, so my
Soul.
hope is that they're going to also retrieve the dead Jedi because you don't leave a soldier behind. So hopefully Soul's going to go call for backup, which means Vernestra's going to come with her light whip.
Because that's
and
the
then they're
one thing I was
gonna-
just thinking about.
Okay, yes, we need to talk about
Vernestra, obviously Leslie Headland's partner, is going to have to be the savior and come in and be the
that.
strong
Or is
female
she the
character.
true evil one?
That would make sense. I think she probably is in real life
She
too.
didn't want it. Wait, well, we're talking
Sorry.
show. We're talking show.
Yeah, no, but it makes sense. Life imitates art. Art imitates life. Who are we?
Life in the face
Yeah.
art.
But yeah, no, I think that's going to happen. I do think that because that's the only scene we've seen past episode 4, I think, when it came, or episode 5, when it came to the trailer, was Vernestra with the light whip showing up and using that. And that's probably going to be to defend Soul, or it could be to, well, the thing about a light whip though is technically, what's his name's apprentice, Bane's apprentice used a light whip.
Oh,
and that was Rule of
interesting.
2 Sith.
Oh, well, so
Not that, but it was I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to. We don't need to keep going into that. But
Yeah.
that's an interesting thought, though. Thought experiment.
that is. Yes,
But anyway,
for sure.
so again, this is what kept happening in my mind. What we just did tonight was we explained things that were cool and we enjoyed lots of it. But the more you think about it, the more Jackie holes you can put into it, and that's part of the problem with this for me for the show. So it's not the worst, it's not the best, it's Acco mid, okay? And we just explained a ton of reasons because we're poking plot holes in this left and right, and they just don't make a bunch of sense. So I don't understand the motivation. And again, like I said, it's easy to fall into the trap of it's new Star Wars, which makes it the greatest Star Wars. But you got to think about these things critically sometimes. You don't have to. I mean, you can sit there and enjoy it as much as you want. If you love it, you love it. That's fine. But don't come at me whenever I'm just telling you that things don't make a bunch of sense. And that's our opinion. And I'm not saying anybody is. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's our opinion. That's why we love talking it out. We talk it out with everybody.
fun,
We find
for
these
sure.
things. And Miss Manrique has some really hot takes that
and always
was dark.
figures things out
Yeah.
beforehand.
Well, that's what.
KG too. I mean,
Yeah.
great takes. IC's, usually on the ball too. Knows sometimes what's coming.
Everybody's got some hot takes for sure.
Yeah, it's fun. It's
fun
fun
to
to talk
speculate.
it out and
Yeah.
speculate.
Yeah, for sure.
And share our perspectives because we all see something different. Just like I see the fights different
Yeah,
than you guys.
I was not expecting you to go into that tonight.
Sorry.
No, that's
I
fine.
mean,
I'll show you later. Don't you worry.
Okay, I'm
we're
sure
gonna
you will.
We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
I always have plenty to learn, and I'm okay accepting that.
Well, that's why we like your perspective and
Sure,
Matt's perspective.
You like my perspective. Matt's perspective is good.
No, I like your perspective
I
because.
put him in quotes. I was joking.
Oh, did you just throw him under the bus?
No,
Oh,
I said I like Matt's perspective.
why did you put
Fake
it?
to me?
No, okay. No, we don't have to go back.
Yeah, because you're wrong.
Anyway, I just want to see how this all plays out in the end.
Yeah.
And I want to see how much people like it when the show's been gone for or not gone, but over and done with for a year.
Reflecting back
while.
is always interesting because you have more time to absorb it. I mean, we've only had less than 24 hours at this point to absorb a new episode, and sometimes life is busy, so you can't focus on that one thing the whole day,
Yeah.
whole 24 hours. But
And we're not trying to sway anybody. We're just telling you
Yeah.
what we see and what we think and
For
what we,
sure.
what we like and what we don't like. So, and then you guys get to say the same thing, which is totally cool. You enjoy that. It's fun. It's fun to talk about this stuff. At least we can be respectful about it here. We don't have to resort to name calling or anything silly like that.
Yeah, no.
which is dumb.
You just forget I'm here. That's what happens.
It's Star Wars, guys. Okay, let's just have a fun time
That's true.
and enjoy it as much as we can, but also call it out. And that's why I talk about it so much and why I get so passionate about things, because I love Star Wars. I grew up on Star Wars. I want Star Wars to be peak Star Wars, and to me, this is not peak. This is almost the farthest you could get from peak Star Wars. There are moments. But Disney Star Wars has always just been moments. There's never really been true greatness in Disney Star Wars, depending on what we're talking about, I guess you could say. But for the most part, it's not. Peak, for me, peak Star Wars is super great movies, a great plot, So anyway, all right, let's move on. I think we pretty much covered everything we wanted to cover when it comes to the Acolyte episode 5. If we missed anything, let us know. But let's jump into. Go.
Is just the poll. The poll.
Oh yeah,
I'm going to end this poll.
Yeah, no, for
what
sure.
fighting styles do you prefer? 71% said old school.
Yes, they're with me on this.
I'm
fact
not
checker.
against you on it.
Suck it. No, I'm just joking.
I see purpose in all of it.
Right.
I understand all of it, and that's not to play
No,
Switzerland.
yeah.
It's because I get the
Says
progression.
Switzerland. No, I'm just joking.
I get the progression and from the entertainment value. You're seeing it from the hardcore, I don't know,
Right.
fight.
Well,
I don't know. From another side.
and I get what you're saying from an entertainment value. That's why I'm saying it's not the worst, because it is entertaining in that perspective. And you have to balance entertainment with, I think, respect and lore, and also good writing and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm just telling you that they're falling into the same trap that the sequels fell into, which is they're just trying to make it entertaining, but not respect what's come before.
I get that. Okay. I'm sorry if I sounded
No.
questioning on that. I absolutely understand.
No. And I'm just trying to explain in my head and why, for me, it takes me out, and why I don't think it's going to stand up to the test of time.
Yeah.
For multiple reasons.
Yeah, makes sense.
So that's why I'm saying that.
We'll talk more off screen.
And
you can convince me.
Well, and the funny thing is, I think, it's sitting at 13% on Rotten Tomatoes right now. Sitting at 13%. Yeah. I did just hear a rumor today that they're not doing a season 2 of Acolyte.
I heard, yeah, that's right.
And that Leslie Headland was looking for other
Wow,
work.
imagine another failing show.
Oh yeah, they tried saying the viewership of this was one of the best, but it's half.
Find that hard
It's
to
half of what Ahsoka got, and Ahsoka was lower than Andor.
Yeah. Yeah, but it could be it could be too soon to say for season 2. I did hear Leslie said that she threw everything into season 1 just because you never know if you get a season 2, and that's, I think, where people are spinning that from.
I think they knew.
And and I don't know, but no, they put their heart into it. Whatever that was.
I mean, she did put a lot into it.
Yeah. So
good or bad.
So that makes me kind of thankful, because then it might not end on a huge cliffhanger. We might get resolution. And if they can develop season 2, that's even better. We'll see. But I like resolution.
Yeah, for sure. So we got to wait till the end.
Yep.
That's the thing. We got to wait till the end of this show to really give our full take. I'll be curious to hear what everybody's got at the very end. That's kind of what we did with Ahsoka, too. And we did Bad Batch. Man, there's been so many...
good stuff.
So much good stuff in Star Wars lately. We love every second of it.
Fans make it.
Yeah, but that's, again, everybody here in the chat, everybody with us tonight. Matt, fact checker, Dan.
Dan, jumped in.
Dan jumped in. I saw that. What's up, Dan?
He asked if you guys are doing a good job.
What did they say? Did the chat respond?
Actually, I didn't even see it.
Oh,
I just was focused on you dudes. He's like, no, fact checker, I always know you're doing a good job. So
I was focused on the wire work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just joking.
What was Matt focused on?
Matt, what were you focused on? You getting hungry again?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, steely gaze. That's what he's focused on.
He just, KG, he just came in the chat.
Just
he didn't
interrupt my gaze.
I should have.
I'm sorry, Matt. I couldn't see it.
You broke my smolder.
Oh, no.
Is that what just happened?
It does.
Name that reference. All right, let's move on, though. Sweet. Thanks for listening to our ranting and ravings about, rantings, I don't know, whatever. Talking about Acolyte, episode 5, Night. So clever that they called it day and night.
Someone said earlier it's a twin thing.
Oh, that makes sense, I guess.
You gotta have it.
It's very on the nose, and they are very on the nose about this.
Hey, I like a good literal thing.
What? What do you like?
What?
I like things
What?
sometimes when they're literal.
I like things.
I like things that are literal.
Literally, literal.
I literally like things that are literal.
All right, do your wrap up
Thank you.
for this part.
No, but anyway, let us know in the comments below or in the chat here what you guys thought about episode 5 of The Acolyte. We'd love to hear from you. And share this with all your friends. Share it with everybody out there so we can continue to grow this community. Because you guys are what really make this channel possible. And we just appreciate every single one of you. Cool. Well, that's it for the spoilers for episode 5. Let's jump into... We're going to do a quick game time here.
You want to do the game still?
Or do you just want to go to questions?
It's 9:30 or almost.
Yeah, let's just jump to questions. We'll skip.
9:30.
We're going to skip
It
the
was
game
a big
tonight.
episode.
Yeah,
We had to cover
there was a lot.
a lot of it. Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot and there wasn't.
I did promise the game earlier.
Way to break your
Whoa!
promises.
Why are we promising things before
didn't
things?
promise.
Should we do a
go to
poll?
things?
Yeah, we should do a poll, actually.
Oh,
The
I
chat
should've-
is
I should've
always right.
skipped.
All right, chat,
2 questions first.
while we do the poll.
Correct.
Ooh, Matt, I got your
Matt,
train of thought.
yeah.
I was on that train this time.
It's the first train she's got on with us tonight.
My goodness.
Duke says, Paul!
I know. They're loving the polls.
Yeah, hey, it's fun. It's fun to be engaged. Like,
I know. I love the chat.
the chat's awesome, man. You guys are so cool. It's so much fun. Some of your takes on things are cracking me up. Like, I was not expecting Ms. Manrique to say that.
They always
That
surprise
was pretty
us, for
brutal.
sure.
That was probably one of the most surprising
That
ones
was
Yeah.
great.
other than Yord.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yord and her going, I was like, okay, this is definitely, yeah, okay, we've crossed the line.
Legit.
I think that's also another thing, difference between maybe male and female perspective. I didn't like the hand-to-hand combat between Sol and Khmer, and I definitely didn't like the neck snap. But I
Yeah.
appreciated more of the lightsaber fighting and was definitely surprised by Jackie.
Yeah, yeah, especially since it was a strong female character in Disney Star Wars. That
Yeah.
was the most surprising part.
Yeah. Poking
And it was
holes
just
in
so,
like,
yeah. Ooh, wow.
yeah.
Yeah, and that was kind of the thing. He did have a point, Samir. He's like, you brought her here.
Yeah. Definitely.
Truth.
Truth. Yeah.
Or-
She was a good fighter, though.
She was a good fighter. She
That's
stood her
Disney.
own better than everybody else, pretty much. Strong female character.
Yep. Gotta
I
have
still
them.
wonder if she's not dead. I'm just
She
going to say it
is.
now.
They left her body.
If she's not
But
dead,
if she's not, I will never watch the show.
Yeah, you guys will have a heyday with that. Should we do a poll on that?
we should.
Is Jackie
is-
really dead?
I should make a video about that.
Yeah,
Is
you
Jackie
should,
really
actually.
dead?
Yeah.
Here's the evidence. It's like a film noir type setting. It's like in the rain. I'm got like the cool hat on, which I don't have, so I'd have to figure that out. But then, it's got like a crazy man's like background with all the string leading everywhere.
That's right.
reasons,
Yes, yeah.
reasons for her non-death. Look at all these examples ahead of her. All right, anyway.
Yeah.
Let's jump into some questions while you're doing the poll and while we're doing this.
Okay. Yep.
All right, so the poll is going to be about: do you want us to do the game? Do you not want us to do the game tonight? We are running long because we went long. We always do. It's stay on target. That's the ironic thing about stay on target is we don't stay on target very well. So ironic, isn't it? So yeah, let us know what you guys want us to do, and while you let us know, we are going to be answering your questions. So if you have any burning questions, like just burning like a lightsaber through Jackie, let us know.
Oh my goodness, that's gonna be the new.
If you have any questions, and we will do our best to answer them in the best way possible.
Okay. Question
You
one
have some. Okay.
from which one did I select? From the Cunningham family.
I love the Cunningham family.
I figured you would want to start with this
I
one.
love it. Thank you so much.
Since we're halfway through the year.
We're halfway there.
Went too high. How has everyone's
Where's the
year
auto tune?
been?
Dan, we need the auto tune.
Okay, since we're halfway through the year, how has everyone's year been? Half year so far.
Half year so far. That's
And-
deep, man. You
And
guys like to
Cunningham
go
family,
deep.
I know. You got to let us know how it's going for you too, and
Yeah.
and Gonkers, you as well. We need to know.
We need to know.
I mean, it's gone fast.
It feels like
Once
it's,
we hit June,
well, in
it's like,
retrospect, it
wow.
goes fast.
We say that every year, you know.
We do exactly.
But yeah, I mean, it's been pretty good so far. Not bad. It's been busy, I guess. That's kind of like
Yeah.
the thing. I wish I had more time for more things. Like that's always the challenge.
Wish
so
you didn't
far.
have to
But
sleep.
yeah, if we didn't have to
Yeah.
sleep, we could get so much more done. But I understand why we were made that way. We always got to take a break. I mean, it's like a computer running constantly. I feel like it would just explode at some point.
That's true.
But
try
so
it
far
out.
this year has been good. I wish we had some better Star Wars content to review because for me, most of it's been a dud. That's what sucks. Like I want good stuff. I'd say that the deaths in this last episode was probably the best we got in all of Star Wars so far.
I knew you guys would love the deaths. That's just the way some people are built.
Yeah, it's guys. You know,
Yeah.
I'm like, we like violence. That sounds horrible, but I mean, like, we like a good fight.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
You guys
manly.
Yep.
Yeah, so going good for me. What about you, Matt? Has it been going good for you?
You know, it's been going.
Yep.
That's all I got to say.
That's all I was gonna say.
You don't get any more personal than that.
Okay. What about you, fact checker?
Yeah, it's been going good. I can't think of anything like horribly negative. I can't say it's been incredibly positive. There are lots of positives that have happened, but no,
Right.
it's mid. It's a mid year so far,
Yeah, it's
and we're midway through. The
midway
year.
through the. Wow, you like literal things.
I do.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'd say definitely positives. Our channel's been growing, and I have appreciated that quite a bit.
Absolutely.
Fun doing stuff with others. We'd like to get some more going and get back to some more guests and everything like that too. But we do want to keep growing this channel. I think channel-wise, we've been having a lot of fun.
Oh, for sure.
But still more in the works and more to come. We're trying to amp things up a little bit more if we can as well.
Yeah.
So
Good stuff.
yeah,
Good question.
good question. Yes,
Good answers.
good answer.
You love it.
I know that reference.
Yep. Okay. Ellie said, if you were the main character in a movie, which movie genre would you pick?
One where the main character lives.
Okay. Wow. For a guy who likes killing.
Well, it's better when
Well, I
other
don't
people
wanna
do,
get
not me.
I see.
That's terrible.
You are the
Dude,
same.
I would totally be in a Star Wars movie. Well, maybe not Disney stars. I don't know. Maybe I would.
You still would. I know
probably
you would.
But I would be,
always
they
hope.
probably would not appreciate me there because I would be
You'd
calling
fighting
everything out.
out.
I would be calling everything out. I'd be like, that doesn't make a lot of sense. I'd do it in the nicest way possible, but I'd still be like,
I get that from you all the time.
yeah, you do. But at least I'm nice about it. I'm not beating you over
You
that
are
about
nice,
it.
yeah.
So, yeah, I'd probably. I would totally be in a Star Wars movie though, and get just killed, or just a person walking around in the background.
Nice.
It's just to say I was in Star Wars. Although I wish it was original Star Wars, like Lucas Star Wars. That would be better. Mandalorian, I would definitely accept that as well. And Andor,
What about you, Matt?
potentially. What about you? So sci-fi. I would say sci-fi. I guess.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, that's the genre, right?
Yeah. Yep. Good answer.
What about you?
Probably a cop or military movie.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yes.
Detective? Would you go detective?
Yeah, if there's a cop, yeah.
Would it be in
War?
Hawaii?
Gotta be.
Yeah.
Ex-Navy SEAL
Ex-Navy SEAL in
on a Hawaiian task force.
Wow.
Hawaii task force.
I feel like you've
That's
thought
a
about
show.
this.
No,
It's
it's
a
a show.
show, that's
I
why.
mean,
That's what I mean.
Oh,
okay.
you play dumb too well.
Oh my
Got a lot
goodness.
of
Wow.
practice.
That was the meanest thing I've said all night.
Yeah.
But you convince me sometimes. I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that was
I just
funny.
want to be Steve McGarrett.
Yeah. From what's your favorite show?
Hawaii 5-0.
That's pretty personal. That's as personal it gets here, guys.
We know facts about Matt.
We do know facts about Matt. All right. What about you, fact checker? Did you already say?
No, but I would definitely do
A romantic
romantic
comedy.
comedy.
I knew she was going to say it.
I should have said something different just to throw you off. Actually, I would do historical.
Romantic comedy.
Fact checker's
Yes.
like horror romantic comedy. That'd be
man.
interesting to see.
Nope. Anyway, good question. And the chat is answering.
Yeah, what are they saying? I want to hear from the chat.
Yeah,
They
Ellie
got better
also
answers than
said
we do.
rom-com. Cunningham family said action movie. KG said sci-fi.
Like an 80s action movie?
Oh.
Maybe I want to hear definition on the action, like sci-fi action. Are we going Matrix? What are we doing?
Yeah,
here?
Angelina said Mission Impossible. So that's a good one.
Mission Impossible would be good.
Nice.
Thomas Cruise.
Oh,
Yep.
Thomas. That really threw me off.
Thomas Cruise. That's feeling formal tonight. Matthew is feeling formal tonight. That's like, don't ever say
right.
that again.
Yeah. Oh, Miss Manrique said they'll write one for me. Oh, that'd be so
What?
sweet.
Who will? I missed.
Miss Manrique said they'll write one for me.
Who will?
A rom-com.
Oh, wrong. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
will?
They understand what I'm saying.
Who is
Why
doing
is
this?
Gamora?
Why? I'll do one better. Yeah. I think we're missing good rom-coms. There have not been enough
I know,
good rom-coms
I know.
in like years.
Oh, yeah, it's tough. It's a tough world out there.
We have not had good rom-coms, and we've not had good comedies. And I think it's because of the way culture has gone way too far with certain things that nobody can take a joke anymore.
Yeah, sometimes.
And they also don't know how to like have the right amount of cheese factor with
It's
like
tough. Well, that's
it's tough. It's a tough
yeah.
line. But go back to like the 90s, dude. Like the 90s had so many good rom-coms and even 2000s.
I know. Yeah, even the 2000s.
But
Ugh,
there's a
those
few
good old days.
few and far between when it comes to
they're
2010s.
coming back, though. They got to come back.
Which I don't remember the last
Baby, babe.
good rom-com I've seen. I still think it could be done in Star Wars too. If
That would
I
be
was in charge of
awesome.
Star Wars, I would be breaking out into some of these different genres. And instead of breaking canon, I would be doing like different like genres in Star Wars, but still treating Star Wars the same, playing within those rules. Fact checker, playing within those rules.
Oh,
Not
I'm the
breaking
rule
canon.
breaker.
Yeah.
You are a pirate. You're a pirate.
I do
She's
like
a pirate,
that.
everybody. They're more like guidelines.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, but also or a detective, like a really good detective movie. We don't have enough of that where like there's a good twist at the end or some sort of reveal. Like, when's the last time you were like surprised in a movie or show as far as like a twist that you didn't see coming?
Oh, I mean, I've been entertained. I don't remember if there
That
were
wasn't the
twists.
question.
Yeah,
There's-
it's harder to
Yeah.
like think of one, I guess you could say.
Well, we've just been talking so much Star Wars that now my mind is just in Star Wars.
And this is kind of Acolyte's supposed to be kind of detective-y, like mystery. It's kind of like murder mystery, Jedi.
kind of losing what the mystery is
Yeah.
besides what happened in the past.
Why Disney is still owning Star Wars?
Why Kathleen Kennedy's still in
no.
charge. That's the biggest mystery. How is Kathleen Kennedy still in charge of Disney Lucasfilm at this point? But yeah.
Okay, we got a few more questions.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I think
Sorry,
that
let's
we
keep going.
need to get to the game because
They're
the
voting
chat
for the
is
game?
saying
Oh my
yes.
goodness, you guys want more of this?
You trying to kill us?
Okay, so real fast, rapid fire.
Yeah, Star Wars horror movie Duke would be awesome, dude. I'm all for that.
Okay, so. Oh, Angelina said, "Who do you think would play a great live-action Star Killer?" I think we have talked about this.
Yes, we have
before.
definitely talked
okay,
about
so you
it.
can answer it
I
quickly.
don't know the name.
Live action Star Killer, it's obviously going to have to be the guy who played him.
Dustin Hawkins.
Me. One Hondo. It's me. No, it's Sam Witwer.
Yeah.
Sam Witwer. He played him. It was his likeness in the game. That was like one of the first earliest times they did motion capture with somebody acting. He did such a good job. He knows Star Wars so well. I just want to see Sam Witwer take over Star Wars. I think that would be the best ever because he respects it. He loves story. I don't think he's not about pushing the agenda. So I say Sam Witwer all the way, every day, all day. Boom. All right, what about you?
I don't have a choice.
Okay.
I don't know actors.
Christian Bale. Would you want Christian Bale to be Star Killer?
Batman
Batman.
with the nipples.
I've
No
seen it.
nipples.
Never seen it.
He doesn't
I've
have
really
any.
never watched any Batmans, I don't think.
I have nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
That's the real question.
All right, next question.
Oh man.
Good question, Angelina. All
Wait,
right.
there could be some other good choices. Did you have anybody fact checker?
No, because I wanted to run through that rapid fire.
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't answer.
okay,
We all
Keanu
answered.
Reeves.
Okay. You just say that for everybody.
Yep.
Keanu Reeves for everybody. All right,
No,
cool.
that's what I'm answering.
Oh, okay.
What?
No, you're good. All right, keep going. What's the next question?
Okay.
What?
Ellie asked, if you were a color, which one would you be? Another quick question.
Wait. I
If you were a color, what would you be?
feel like there's so much more to this question.
Is
Oh
there?
my goodness.
I'd be green.
Don't make
I'd be
it
green.
complicated.
I'd be
I
green.
feel like you have to go with your favorite color.
Green is my
Exactly.
favorite. I like green.
So-
So
that
blue
makes
or
sense.
like a teal or something, you know.
Nice.
Okay. I'm just checking. What are you, fact checker? You got to answer.
Purple.
Purple. All right. Purple, green, teal, blue.
Let us know in the chat.
Was it teal, blue, or
Blue
Oh,
teal,
you're right,
teal,
Foam?
Gigi, but that's all I could think of.
What?
mint?
No, teal.
Teal. Okay, teal. All right.
Or like cyan, I guess.
I think
That's pretty
green
close.
is pretty good though because I could blend in to like the forest
What
around
kind
me.
of green?
Well, yeah, that's a good
This
point.
green.
Yeah, forest green because then I could blend in and you'd never see me.
Oh, nice.
But I have glowing
Camo.
red eyes. You never know. I'm a Sith. What's the next question?
Okay. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Okay. Juggling.
Good job, juggling.
Last question from Sonia asks, let me highlight it. If you were on planet Takonda, where Kylo Ren and the First Order attacked Maz Katana's castle.
Takodana.
Sorry.
That's okay. Well,
Thank
it
you.
wasn't spelled that way, but yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, not
You
to call
know,
it
yep. Nope.
Sorry.
Appreciate it.
Come on.
Okay, so if you were on that planet
Get to it.
where they attacked them, would you hide in an underwater cave or would you be easily caught?
Those are our only two options.
Yes.
Hide in an underwater cave or be caught.
Yes.
Of those two options, I'd rather hide in an underground cave than be
True.
caught
Makes
by
sense.
the First Order, where they'd probably torture / kill you,
Makes sense.
or be in prison for a very long time, and then get blown up by the Haldo maneuver.
Nice.
I love a good comeback.
Callback.
Callback. I said comeback. This isn't a comeback. Don't
You
call it
dingling.
a comeback. All right.
Yeah. Hide in a cave.
I think we're all on the same page
yeah.
here.
Yeah. I mean, if they wouldn't kill me on the with the First Order, I wouldn't mind being in jail than
No?
being in a cold cave.
I mean, it's 3 square meals a day. You got a roof over your head. You got some entertainment.
It all depends
Time
on
to
the
think. You got some books.
negotiation here.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
good question. All right, we got to get to the game.
Is it underwater? Like, could you possibly drown? Because that could be that could
Exactly.
throw a
That's
wrench
what I
into
mean.
things.
I mean,
I'm a pretty good swimmer, but if there's no air, there's
it's
no
an
air.
underwater cave.
You're dead.
Yeah.
I can breathe water.
You can breathe water.
That's a fish.
True.
He's
You got me. Dead to rights.
you're oh shoot, I just lost his name.
I
It's
don't
a
know.
trap.
Oh.
Akbar. You're what that species. Wow. Why can I never remember anything live on there?
Calamar.
Yeah, Calamaran. You're Calamaran.
Yeah.
Boom. Thank you. You got it. Good job, man. I'm proud of you for that.
I'm so smart.
And humble. All right, next question. Sorry.
And
Best at it.
handsome.
And handsome. Yeah, he does.
I
have
know.
this.
That is the last question. So now
All right, we got to jump into this game.
It is
All right.
game time.
You guys ready?
Yep.
I suggest a new strategy, Artu. Let the Wookiee win.
Now say it.
Big and hairy. In case you weren't sure.
Not just that. It's you kind of missed the beginning.
No. They know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Matt is a man of few words. If you don't understand him, that's on you.
It's not my fault.
All right.
Nice. Oh, Sonia answered she can swim underwater, so she would hide underwater in the cave.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Like
You're a
Ellie-
good swimmer.
LEB quotes Matt. I can breathe water. Matt 2024.
Gotta have the year.
Some of Matt's quotes are the best.
Oh, for sure.
I love it.
All right. So this do you
The
wanna
game, yeah. So the
advance?
game we're playing is going to be Mad Libs on Mustafar. We played this a few times before. Always a good time, and it's always funny.
Wow, you really had to
You
think
said
of that.
Always makes us laugh. I was reading that too. Matt's just
okay.
built different.
Just he's built
true.
Ford tough.
He's built Ford tough, right?
Forward to.
I think that someone was commenting earlier on,
Yeah,
your,
on
shirt.
your shirt.
It was the Cunningham family.
That's because the Cunningham always has our
Appreciate
backs.
it.
Would they adopt all of us? That's a question that I want to propose to the Cunningham
Maybe
family.
that should be a future video.
Future video.
Members only.
Members only.
Meet
Adoption.
and greet with the Cunningham family.
Aw,
Meet and greet with the Cunningham family. I like that. I'd love to do a
they
fan
might
video.
not like that. So
They're like, what?
don't sign
Yeah,
them
no,
up.
we're not
for it.
signing them up for
Speak for
anything.
yourself.
Yeah.
All
Yourself.
right, to the game.
Yep. All right. Mad Lives on Mustafar. Here we go, baby.
Hit it up.
We did.
What's the first thing?
Okay.
Home
so
slice.
Let me tell you the story
I
real
don't
fast.
wanna.
I'm not going to read it, but
She just reads the whole thing. Like, what?
Blank, blank, blank.
yeah. Okay. So the story is How to Use a Lightsaber by Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan.
Get it? And Bismo
Oh.
commented on the lightsaber background.
Oh, he did. Oh, I missed it. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. We're
What did he say?
just all-
Biz is here. I didn't even see Biz.
Yeah, he jumped in a little bit ago,
Oh, nice.
and he said, "I like the
Is that
new
what that
lightsaber
is?
backgrounds. Who put her together?" I said, "It's a picture."
It's a picture of that. We put it back. But no, fact checker did that technically, and then I just slapped it on the back.
Slapped it.
Slapped it on the back.
Man, look how you're like resting on the mic. Matt knows how to
off
get
my
comfortable.
table,
I
you
like
know.
that.
He likes
Dude,
his
it's a
table.
good
It's
cable.
sturdy.
Look at this table,
It's
everybody.
beautiful
It is
and
beautiful.
not damaged.
Yeah. That's what they all
You
say.
didn't have to bring it up, actually.
I knew
but-
you guys were going to, so if I beat you to the punch, I win.
I actually
right?
wasn't gonna.
If I punch you first, am I justified? I'm not sure
All
this is
right,
going on.
we need.
What do we need, fact
All
checker?
right, we need
Tell us.
5 plural nouns.
Plural nouns.
You know what
I
that
really
is?
hope people just like our dumbness and like our goofiness together.
I think
Somebody
they
does.
do. That's kind of a given
Yeah.
already. They tell us that
Matt doesn't.
we're dumb.
You guys are the dumbest. I love listening to you guys because it makes me feel smart.
Skylark. Yep.
It's a beautiful damage table. Good job, fact checker. All right, so we need what? Explain.
5 plural nouns.
5 of them.
What's a plural
First
noun?
person thing with an S on the end.
Wow, Matt, you are on fire.
Look,
Am I?
Umbra moth.
Not
Yeah.
that literal this
Well,
time.
Umbra moths. Yeah, he
Oh.
said it's KG or she. Sorry,
That's the
yeah.
one.
Whoa.
Do it.
Yeah,
Yes.
Umbra moths has got to be one. Jackies.
3 holes and
No.
I
Jackies.
don't know if that makes as
That's
much
too-
sense.
No, you
Yeah.
can't. There's
But
only one
funny, I will
Jackie.
give it to you,
It is
KG.
funny.
You've got a lot of Wookiee cookies tonight. Don't be a Wookiee cookie hog, okay? You're too good tonight.
Whoa.
No, I'm joking.
Whoa.
I'm not saying it for real. I like Dukes. Everybody's been great in the chat.
We have the best community.
We do
for
have
sure.
the best community.
All right, we need 4 more plural nouns.
Hit him up. Hit him up. Hit him up.
Hit him up. Hit him up. Hit him up.
I know it's getting late, so you guys might have to throw some out
Chop,
too.
chop.
Plural
chop,
nouns?
Chop,
Plural
chop.
nouns. There's-
Cinnamon
there's
rolls.
Yeah, go with cinnamon rolls. KG says, "I want my cookies." I know we need to like figure out a way to make real ones.
some. Oh, actually, that's going to be in Talent on Target.
Cookies.
In a few
Cookies.
weeks.
1.
Oh, you want me to announce that right now, or do we not? Should I not have? I'm repeating everything he's saying.
Yep.
It's getting worse and worse by the second.
Yep. No. To be determined.
Okay. Yeah, we'll leave it.
TB.
Okay, more.
How many do we
Yeah.
need? Oh,
3 more.
Duke says Death Stars.
Okay.
Boom. He also did a.
Wookiees.
Oh yeah, Wookiees.
Okay.
Oh, and cookies. Cookies, technically.
Wait. Okay. What?
What's
What?
so
How many do we
far?
need? What?
I've got Umbra moths, cinnamon. Oh, cinnamon rolls.
Rolls.
Cinnamons.
Got distracted. Death
Cinnamons.
stars. What else?
Oh, technically, KG's put Wookiees or cookies. Let's do Wookiees.
Okay.
And then
Uno
Kirsten
mas.
Allen said, Skylark says acolytes. Kirsten Allen says cars. Let's go with cars.
Cage said, "There's no cars in Star Wars."
That's a good point, actually.
Okay.
But we'll leave it. We're gonna allow it this
Death
time.
Stars either, because they're all blown up.
Ooh, but
Wow.
they always be making new ones.
They always be.
All right. What am I doing?
Someone call me Dustina.
Dustin.
Well, I think they're trying to do the S and messed up
plural.
twice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, no, it's autocorrect.
Dustins.
That's what they all say.
Star cars.
I don't mind being in a Star Wars
Speeders. How
story.
about speeders?
Yeah.
Just like cars.
Yeah, that's a good
Speeders.
one. Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to say everybody's answers are great. Okay, we
But
appreciate
some
every
are
single-
better. And that's how we pick them.
Dang it, Matt.
Sound like Nick.
Be better.
making up.
Do faster.
All right. We need
I'm Batman.
3 verbs.
Verbs, people, verbs.
I'll
What are
look
them?
it up. 'cause
Love is a verb.
Verb
You remember that
describes
song?
something.
That's an old school song.
An action.
Yes.
No?
Yeah.
It describes an action.
Action.
Verb
All
is
right.
the action or state of being.
There was a lot of action in yesterday's episode of the Acolyte.
Good. Yep. True.
So action. Miss Van Reed got that reference. That song
yeah.
reference. Wow, I was not expecting that. That was a deep cut
I
too.
think I heard something about a Switchfoot concert recently, so
Ooh, I
I
do
have
like
similar
that.
tastes.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, force kicking. I feel like you kind of force kicked me with that because it was wire work, but I will allow it.
That's
KG.
a good callback, though. Man,
That was
a
a good. Oh,
reference.
Matt just melted.
Wow.
Melty Matt. Yeah, I know, right? Miss Van Reek took me back to my childhood too.
What
right.
childhood?
All right,
Oh,
so we got
flinging?
yeah. So we got force kicking, we got flinging.
Flanging.
Oh, wait, actually,
You say flinging.
we need a verb ending in ing. Do you want to use flinging?
Oh yeah, use that one as in ing.
Done did do it.
Done did do it, son. Done to do it.
Dan said, "Who said Switchfoot best band ever?" Oh, Kirsten Allen. What did someone say? Switchfoot. I went to their concert. Oh wow, concerts
That's
all
I
over.
know.
Concert!
I've been to a few Switchfoot concerts. Always good.
Concert,
Always a
you
good time.
Socially acceptable. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Oh no, you're fine, Skylark. That was good too. It fits, but we still need 3 more. Two
more verbs.
Do math.
We need 2 more actions.
Oh, 1 more.
We need 1 more actions. We'll get it right. Don't worry. How about let's try and think of something, Matt. What about stabbing?
Love it. Love it.
Kind of goes with lightsabers in this episode tonight.
Does it need to be ing? Should we just say stab
Oh, I don't know. You tell me. Oh yeah. Okay, we can just do
Thought
stab.
it did.
or skewered? Dan, the pilot said, or
Oh,
acting
Skewered.
Skewer.
stab. We can
Would it
go
be
with
skewer?
skewered. Yeah,
Skewered.
skewered.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
If it doesn't make sense, that's funnier.
I can adjust it when I write out the full thing.
Skewered. All right, skewered. Is that
Kebabbing or force lift. Okay, good ones. Okay, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nouns.
wow? 6 nouns.
6 of them.
Wow, Matt. that
Just
was
so everyone
really
knows.
loud.
Yeah. Wow. We can all hear Matt now.
Yeah.
He is awake.
Oh, wow. I mean, I don't know that they can say that word, Ellie.
Kebabbing.
No.
Oh, that was an Ellie.
Denifistrating.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
I don't even know if I said it right.
The act of
I thought
throwing
there was
someone
there's an
out
F in
window.
there.
Just say throw.
Denifistrating.
No, defenestrating.
Exactly.
You said denifa. The F is first. Defenestrating.
It's getting late.
I think it's,
You got to do
I
that one
think
now.
she's trying to
Defenestrating.
spell defecating.
Whoa.
I
But
clapped.
that's a verb. We don't need a verb.
Oh,
Or
we're
is
looking
it
at
a
nouns.
noun?
Yeah, we need nouns, people. What's a noun
Okay,
again?
here's hot dog.
Hot dog. I love hot dogs. Kogel. Actually,
Yeah,
dude,
hot dog.
you had got me on the Kogel train, my friend.
Kogel's the way to go.
It was
honey.
Kogel's the way to Gogels.
It can be person, place, or thing.
Person, place, or
It doesn't
thing,
just have
people.
to be a thing.
Why don't we do Jackie?
No.
That's
Yes.
a person, place, or thing.
You want
Jackie.
to?
No.
And an Obi-Wan
Or-
Kenobi, how to use a lightsaber?
Yeah, just
We
make
could-
sure she's getting stabbed.
We could do.
I don't pick the placements.
Add
the
it up.
placements pick themselves.
They place themselves.
Put her in it.
Mount Washington.
What?
That's the place.
For a noun. Yes, it's a noun. It's a
Okay.
place.
Yeah, let's go with it.
Oh my gosh.
No,
Said
I
it
know. I
was.
was just I'm
Look at
surprised.
me, dude.
Do you want me to put Jackie?
Yes.
Are you guys going to get mad
Yeah.
at me?
Somebody already said Jackie earlier. We didn't do it. You
Yeah.
denied them. So I think we should accept it now.
No.
Yeah, it's my fault.
Well, how many more do you need?
2,
40.
3.
I like how it's always different. 2, 3,
Well,
3.
they blend together.
Give us 3 more nouns,
All right,
people.
nouns. How about should we throw some potty humor in there?
Potty poop.
No.
Should we throw some potty poop in there?
Oh man.
Yeah, the chat was correcting me. Defense seating. Defenestrating.
What about what's kind of a material? Cortosis? That doesn't really make sense though. It's person, place, or thing. It is a thing.
It is a
Cortosis. Cortosis. And it has to do
Sounds
with lightsabers.
like
Cortisol.
state of mind. Oh,
Nerf herder.
Not at all.
Skylark says.
Heard
Okay.
them nerfs.
Nerf harder. Nerf herder.
Okay. Uno mas.
For noun.
We
Oh,
need a baddie, says Duke.
Oh, dude, yeah. Should we do Papa Palps or come here? Which one you guys want to go with? Come here?
And you have Jackie.
So I might as well go come here.
Yeah.
Or no, we should call him by his actual Sith name,
We don't know his actual
Darth Poppins. Wait, what do we call it?
The
I
poopins.
don't know what you called it.
Oh shoot, there's Darth Denture,
There's Smilo Ren.
Smilo Ren.
Oh, that was another point someone made, that he could be of the Ren, Knights of Ren or something. Maybe not a Sith.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I don't know about that,
Oh,
but
okay.
I
don't
mean,
know.
no,
I'm just
maybe
mentioning.
like maybe he's
Scary Poppin. Oh, Poopins.
Scary
I'm not
Poopins.
sure. What.
I
think
like
they
Scary
spelled
Poopins.
it wrong.
Should we go Scary Poppins? Darth Poppins, Poppin Lockin,
Popping. Pooping.
Darth
slapping,
Zipperface.
zippity-boppity-boopity-bop.
You
Zabob.
tell me. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just go with Scary Poopins.
Oh my God.
It's funny.
That's
That's what we're going
perfect.
for.
Okay.
Yep. What else? What else?
All right.
What
we
if
need-
every time he uses the force to fly,
He poops.
he poops himself?
He wears a
Or he's
diaper.
actually tooting with the force. If you can augment your body, like super kick somebody through a wall, you could probably put some more pressure, force pressure in your toots to get you off the ground.
You could kill someone with a fart.
This show is killing me with farts, it feels like.
Oh no! All right, I need an adjective.
Pooping,
Not solid. Oh my god.
tooting.
No, we already have
Too much potty humor? Okay, sorry.
Kid show.
There's never too much.
Melting?
Why don't we look at what the chat says?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. What?
Oh, why does the chat always get to say?
Because that's the rule.
Yeah, they're the chat, and that's kind of the point.
No.
You can throw some out there, man.
You guys get to pick what
Well,
out of what the chat
that's true.
proposes.
What if I hate them all?
What are we?
You
what
don't.
What are we looking for again? You don't. She used the force on him. Did it work?
Didn't work.
Didn't work. He's too
I
powerful.
didn't do it right. I didn't do it with my right hand.
The chat is the Senate. I am the Senate.
Worked that time. He
Matt
didn't come
is the
back
Senate.
at me.
All right, what are we looking for here? I don't.
An adjective.
Adjective. Okay, so
So savor. We are the chat. Oh, savory. Are you guys? Oh,
so we need
you're so
adjectives.
quiet. We need one, and then
Okay.
we need an adverb. So
None of these
None of these tickle my fancy.
scruffy looking.
as
That's a what?
Is that an ad? That
I
would
think
be an
it's
ad.
an adverb.
Oh, it's an adverb.
What's an
Or
adverb?
is it? I don't know.
Oh, here we
You
go.
Tell us, fact checker.
guys-
You know, we
always
learn
confuse
English
me.
together.
I hate English.
It's not our first native
Okay, an
language.
adverb is the word or phrase that modifies or qualifies an adjective, verb, or other adverb in a word group. So we always need an example.
I was listening, but can you repeat
I
that one more time?
You lost me.
It can end with ly.
Oh, yeah, smiley.
Oh, that actually makes sense. Smiley with Darth
You wanna
Smiley.
do smiley?
Do Smiley.
Okay, and then we still need an adjective, a descriptive word.
This guy says, quote, I hate English as Matt speaks it.
I meant like the
Oh,
class.
KG says
English,
toothly.
not the words.
Well, you have smiley.
Oh, well, maybe switch it for toothily.
Oh.
Oh, just throw mine off the board.
Oh, no, leave it. I don't know.
Yeah, Dustin, way to
No, we're leaving it.
throw
I'm
Matt
so
under
sorry.
the bus.
He is the Senate.
Yeah, good point, Mrs. Manrique. So we need an adjective.
Welcome to Learning English with Stay on Target.
I know.
We'll teach you.
We struggle.
Riding the struggle bus. It's late at night. Oh, baby. Wow, it's been a long
Fancy.
time.
Fancy pants, but bop the boop.
That's the problem. We have so much fun, though. It's so hard not to go along.
Are you picking one?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were looking.
No.
There's,
I'm filling in the story while you're
We're just
supposed
sitting
to.
here reading the stuff off.
Oh my god, I can't
Wagging.
do everything.
Wagging.
Sure you can.
I mean,
Wagging.
I'll try.
There's wagging.
Okay, is that an
What are we
adjective?
wagging? Yeah, it is. It's a descriptive word,
Okay.
ain't it?
Yeah, I think
Or is
that
it-
works.
There's mischievous.
Nope, I already wrote down wagging.
Tomato, tomato, tomato. Potato, potato.
Okay, sorry, it's gonna take me a
So
second to
one
translate
Oh,
this.
that's fine. All right, we'll talk. Don't you worry. Charming. Ooh, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Appreciate that. I've been called many things. Charming being one of them.
100 times over. Times 1,000.
Just ask my wife.
Oh wow.
Maybe don't. No, I'm just joking. All right.
She might be
weird.
listening.
Is she listening? She's always around. She's behind. Just scary pop. She just floats down behind me. What did you say? She wouldn't talk like that. She's very nice, kind, and loving.
Ish.
Matt, you be nice. All right. Yeah. So we're gonna read this off here in just a sec. Thank you everybody for your answers, your contributions. We appreciate it. It'll all go towards a good place to feed Matt. Right, Matt?
Yes. I haven't eaten in 5 days.
Wow.
Dying over
That's a
here.
long time. That's a really long time.
Are you chatting with the chat?
Yeah. Yeah.
Chatting with
the
each other.
chat's is laughing at us. Or maybe not.
Or they're laughing with
Sonia
us.
says, if I saw Kylo Ren being enraged, that when he comes back finding me and Rey had escaped, my first thoughts would be Somebody better send Kylo Ren to anger management class. Get him some help. Yes, absolutely. He does need help.
Some milk.
He needs some milk. I saw somebody earlier talking about
Oh boy,
Smilo. No, the Smilo Ren Sith character. They were like the reveal of it being Khmer was like the reveal of Kylo Ren being Matt the radar technician. I knew from when he said, "Hi, I'm Matt." Did you watch that? It's the Kylo Ren. He's on Saturday Night Live. It's like undercover boss Kylo Ren. That short is better than all of the sequel trilogy movies. I'm not even joking. That is better than all the sequel trilogy movies. It's the best thing that came out of the sequel trilogies was that skit, and it's absolutely hilarious, and you will watch it immediately after we're done here.
Sir, yes, sir, Captain, sir.
That's what I like to hear. He is an ex-Navy SEAL. Let's go catch us some baddies, baby. You remember when I said that to the... Were you there for that?
I don't know. What'd you say?
I said that in the Arby's drive-thru. No, it wasn't you. It was Nick. Sorry. Oh, don't worry about it. I'll tell it when Nick's here. It's funny.
Medium.
Yeah, everybody's saying that's hilarious. Matt the Radar Tech is priceless. You know what was also awesome? They had that basically in Jedi Survivor. If you haven't yet, go back and watch our live streams of the Jedi Survivor series. We had a blast with that. And we will be announcing a new gaming live stream within the next year. So
Classic.
Wow.
No, I do want to do one. I've been working hard to try and figure one out and get schedules lined up so that we can have a few of us.
I'm gonna hit that camera.
You're gonna
knock someone out.
Oh,
Not
hit the
bad,
mic.
not bad.
Did you guys hear that? All right, cool.
Okay,
Cool beans.
sounds like a good idea, Dustin.
Do you want me to read it or do you want Matt to read it? Matt, the radar technician.
Up to you guys.
Matt, you have to read it like Obi-Wan Kenobi, though, right?
That won't happen. I
Like,
can't
do you wanna read it?
accents very well.
But do you want to read it?
I don't care.
You do Mac sense.
Do Matt sense. He also hates English, so this will
Hopefully
go
you
well.
can read my writing.
I don't know how to read.
It's kind of a marker.
Read words, kids.
All right, here we go.
All right, do your best.
How to use a lightsaber by Obi-Wan Kenobi. As a Jedi Master, I've taught some of the most talented Umbra moths in the galaxy how to force kick with a lightsaber.
Doesn't make sense.
Here are some tips for you. The most important thing to remember when you're wielding one of these precise cinnamon rolls is to trust your Death Stars. This way you'll be able to sense your enemy's Wookiees before it's too late. A lightsaber is not only for use in Jedi to hot dogs combat. It also comes in handy to find yourself in a wagon. Wagon?
No, wagging.
Wagging.
I like wagging.
Spot. I was stuck on that word because I couldn't read it.
Hey, can you read that again?
Yeah.
Where was I at?
I don't know.
All right, we'll start from this point.
Roll
it back. A lightsaber is not only for use in Jedi to hot dog combat, it is also comes in handy if you find yourself a wagging spot.
Wagging spot. Okay.
For example, it can burn through metal speeders. A convenient trick to have up your Mount Washington.
Wow, that's like a horrible euphemism.
No, don't think like that. Oh, gosh.
Right up your Mount Washington. Right up my Mount Washington.
Wow.
Sorry. Oh, wow.
If the Empire detains you in a holding jecky. While a lightsaber is a beautiful
Kurtosis.
I couldn't say words.
That's okay. Your Caesars came back.
Be careful if you see someone flinging with a red one. This nerf herder works for the dark side.
That actually went pretty well.
Finally, the most important part of learning how to skewer with a lightsaber whenever you're in battle, fight smiley. May the scary poopins be with you
May
always.
the scary poopins be with you always. Wow. That just went right up Mount Rushmore.
That went right up Mount Rushmore.
The cinnamon rolls. The
Yeah.
Force kicking
That was
cinnamon
good.
rolls.
The force kicking
Or
cinnamon rolls.
precise cinnamon rolls. What was it?
Yes. The most important thing to remember when you are wielding one of these precise cinnamon rolls is to trust your Death Stars.
That kind of trust your. That sounds funny. Trust your Death Stars. Trust in the Death Stars. The cinnamon roll part makes me think of a light whip. Like it's curled up in like a cinnamon
Yeah.
roll. You're like,
wow.
what is that?
I want cinnamon roll now.
The Acolyte is strong with you.
No, man. Here we
I've
go.
been meaning to use that one.
Darth Poopins.
Yeah.
That was good. Darth Poopins. Thank you, Matt, for reading that for us.
It was a failure.
No, it was great. You spoke English better than I've ever heard you speak English before.
It was the most
Working on it.
amount of words we've ever heard from Matt at one time.
I know. That's why I wanted him to do it.
Yeah.
Matt's
great,
actually
Matt.
going through what's that language learning
English?
thing that you
Babble?
do?
Oh, you're doing Babbel or
Yeah, it's
Duolingo?
English.
Yeah, I'm learning English.
He's learning English.
English. Oh, wait, that was Spanish.
Yeah.
Shoot, maybe I'm on the wrong one.
Oh man, but the Gongers are cheering you on.
Good job, Matt. You did
You read
great.
that beautifully. Impressive.
Sounds gross.
Yeah. Skylar said the Stay on Target merch store needs a Mount Washington
We
shirt
definitely do. Right up Mount Washington.
with Nick on the horse. And a scary
Oh.
poopin' shirt.
Well, doesn't Dan already have like an image of us on like Mount Rushmore, but it's all our faces? Oh no, it's
That sounds
actually
about right.
I think it's
That was Bad Batch.
Bad Batch.
That was
Well, we
Bad
need
Batch.
one of all of our faces.
Okay. Well, hopefully he's listening.
Scary Poopins would be an absolutely amazing. And it's he's hovering, but there's like little turds dropping down below. Scary Poopins.
Wow. Sounds like a video idea more than a picture. You got to have action.
You want to see?
Bless you.
You want to see that live action versus...
You just went that route.
Otherwise, it just looks. I don't want to
Well,
see it.
it depends on how you draw it.
Okay.
Dropping some cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, that's better. All right. I think
Oh,
it's
wow.
getting to the laughing hour.
We are childish, and we need to call this a done.
Dog.
Stick a fork in us because we are done. Oh my goodness!
Stick
Wow.
the fork on us.
No, I said in us, just like Jackie.
Ah,
Too soon?
Yes.
Oh man, I'm weak. I'm weak. Well, if they don't find you handsome, at least they find you funny.
Ooh, name that reference.
Name that it's a little different, but yeah, name that
Well,
reference.
I
It's
know.
pretty funny.
You get the intonation, red green.
And if they don't find us smart, they might find us funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, Matt, you got any words of wisdom to leave everybody with?
Wookiees are big and hairy.
That went right up Mount Rushmore for me. What about you, fact checker?
It's been fun.
Has it, though?
Always.
I always expect you to say more, and you always just leave me hanging.
Just stops.
I mean, it's quick and to the
sorry.
point. It's literal. So
You are
Exactly.
a woman of many words.
that was
I feel like
the
that was an insult.
that was like the best
I don't know. Take it how you
compliment
want
that
it.
Matt's ever given you.
I know that's really sweet, Matt. I appreciate that.
Right up Mount Rushmore.
Bismo said, "No, I'm back. Y'all done? Guess it's been 3 hours. LOL. Yeah, it has
Yeah,
been.
it's been really long.
Yeah, dude, where you
Sorry.
been, bro?
We had a lot of fun though.
We
But
did.
anyway, thank you everybody so much for tuning in tonight. We appreciate every single one of you. I hope you guys had fun. We sure had fun here. It was great talking to you about all things Star Wars and non-Star Wars a little bit there. But don't forget to catch us next week. We got more videos coming out. Just wait and see. And if you guys have any thoughts, leave them below in the comments or in the chat right now, but that will only be open here for a few. Let us know all the things we talked about tonight. We'd love to hear from you guys and recommend to your friends. We want to continue growing this community so we can have more fun with more people. And because with all of us together, we make Star Wars better. I think that's really come true with Rise of the Fans. So thank you guys. We appreciate you all. Any last things, guys?
Well, Mrs. Or KG said, "Hope nobody has scary poopins the rest of the week."
I did a couple weeks ago. TMI.
Same. Same.
Ooh.
Same. TMI? Okay.
Definitely.
I think that was a great way to end this stream. It
Oh, it's the perfect way.
was the perfect way. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Don't poop your pants.
Don't poop your pants. We'll catch you next week. All right. Don't forget to stay on target. Love ya. Follow the rules and stop stabbing holes in my body.
They're more like guidelines.
Arr.